I also got a text from Jeremy. Would you like to hear what it says?
Sure.
Is it, hey, welcome back?
Close, but no.
That would have been funny, like from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
Welcome back! Welcome back!
I don't think it would be problems if he did it at the exact
Matteo
time
died.
that we
That's what it
started the second.
It was a text.
Like he timed it out.
So at 4:19, he messaged me and was like, after break of D&D, can you say hi, welcome back for me?
Close enough.
And I said to him, maybe. Who would like to do the recap? Obviously, it cannot be Ben or Sam. Because they weren't here. I think that literally just leaves the three of you, right?
Yeah.
How about Richard?
I mean, it's going to be an easy recap if somebody wants it.
It is. Let me go back to my notes.
I mean, if no one else wants to do it, I can do it. I'm happy to do it.
Go ahead and do it, Richard.
Okay. All right. So last week we were finishing up with Salon Albatil, getting the Griffins barded up, continuing our bonding with them. We learned a lot about the Griffins. Truegar in particular discovered a gem that was like the focus of the magic on the beast, and we were told that we need to not allow that gem to be removed, but it's also been warded against such things. Salon also was telling us about how important it is to treat them gently and with respect. And there was a lot of discussion about air combat strategy, new high-flying ideas about what we're going to do when we've got these wings beating freely. And we have a fantastic meal in preparation for what we're going to do with House Batil and the House War the next morning. And a fantastic night's sleep is had by all, specifically by Oglen, who this is the first time that he'd slept all through the night. I'm sure all the other members of the party were happy to not be interrupted at like 3:30 in the morning with screaming. And many of the team, before they took their evening's rest, consumed some sandflower tea that had this stimulant in it, which led to some fantastic roleplay by Justin. Oh my gosh, some A+. You got to go back and watch that if you haven't seen it already.
Oh, what? I don't think it's uploaded.
It's not yet.
Oh man, faster talking even than usual. And then, Salon continued the next morning, giving us this quest to steal some powerful artifacts that Salid, the opposing house in Lawrence Gate, had in a cave nearby. And Salon trains us with these gems, which can conjure these magical spears on command, and teaches us to saddle the griffins. But then eventually one of Salon's informants arrives, stating that the rules of the engagement have changed in a big and fundamental way for this house war. It seems like Salid is more interested in just a one-on-one duel to the death between him and Salon. And so we did what we could to buff him and prepare him for this battle that's going to be upcoming. And depending on where Gordon wants to pick up, maybe is it like literally he's walking into the arena right now?
Yeah, we're not even doing that.
Not doing that. Okay, so
You're just going to get the results,
Okay.
how it ended. That's all you're doing.
Okay, so we did some things to help prepare Salon for the fight, and then send him on his way, and that's where we ended our session last time. We're hoping that Alkar's blessings and the boons of the World Walkers will be enough.
So I rolled a ridiculous number of dice. I treated it almost like it was an actual combat between two characters. What your characters watch is a battle that lasts for about 3 minutes. And at the end of the battle, Salon does manage to kill Salid, but it looks as if Salid may have dealt a killing blow to Salon as well.
Okay.
And you watch as Salon is carried out of the arena by his guard, I guess is the best way to put it. And you're pretty much told that you're going to have to leave and come back when he's better.
Okay.
Or you're going to have to wait until he's recovered.
Okay. So we're not able to immediately help him in any way.
No.
Okay.
Afraid of alcohol or anything like that.
No, I mean, you can attempt to right? I'm not saying that you can't attempt to go to his villa and try to help. All I'm saying is that we're literally,
In terms of the narrative,
you're there at the arena and
Right.
he's just been taken away.
it's been taken out.
And his seneschal has literally just said, you have to come back later when he's better, is basically what you were told.
Okay. So Oglen to the Seneschal then will.
No, I mean, they're gone.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're gone.
And then to the rest of us, we'll. I'd be more than happy to help this man. That got real close there. I was beginning to think we might have made a mistake.
Oh, when I say close, I literally mean as if your character, the fight ends as your character has to do 2 death saving throws.
Oh, okay, wow. So we just watched this epic fight that very nearly labeled us like traitors in this town and brought all our plans to ruin. So Oglen continues. I'd like to do what we can to help Salon here for everything that he's done for us, but I don't know. His Seneschal's just told us that we need to make our way from this place. What do y'all think we should do?
I mean, if we want to stay, like, that's cool. I think if we need to leave, because, like, we still have to do the desert thing or something, that, like, maybe we leave a note for him when he, like, regains, so that he knows that we'll be coming back, and we aren't just like, thanks for the griffins, dude. Bye now.
Yeah. We should stop by at least.
Yeah.
Or leave a note or something. What about the rest of y'all?
I think a trip to at least the villa to let the Seneschal know what's going on. He's got his hands full, but he won't in about an hour or so.
Alright, well, let's walk and talk. And begin making our way there. Any other things?
While we're making their way...
You have time, because it's going to take you roughly 30, 35, 40 minutes to walk
Okay.
to where you're going.
While we're making our way there, I'm going to try and listen in on the murmurs and whispers of the crowd and try and gather if this house war is now officially over, or if there's, like, just, we should fight back. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You definitely hear murmurings of the fight, but as you guys know, because you were there, like the average person wasn't actually allowed to observe the fight. It was literally just like the heads of house and their guards and those who were specifically invited by those people.
Okay.
What happened to Salid's body? Like, was like he like or like?
It was carried away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they carried away the other guy's body.
And we were told they wouldn't be resurrected, right? Because of the house rules or something. Okay. So if we trust that, it's final.
Makes me wish I'd prayed more before they had fought.
Yeah.
More for our guidance, perhaps we can make up for it when we get there.
Do we want to like stand guard at this place? Like, I don't know, for a night or something?
He's rich enough to have his own guard. Let's just make sure that they don't think we've run away. That's the best we can do.
Yeah, of course we'll make ourselves available. And if there's anything they need us to do, we're happy to do it. We're continuing. And I guess mostly we just see folks about their normal lives. If the big fight is not like the thing happening today, then.
It was, but
Okay.
like I said, none of them were there.
Yeah.
So you get the sense that they're like waiting for some kind of announcement to take place.
Okay. So, well, I guess we better keep the results of all this
Are there
close to the chest.
Are there like reactions to us change slightly because like this is like a nexus kind of point, like where they don't know where things are going to go from here, and we could be either on the winning or the losing side?
Most people don't really actively seem to be noticing you. They really seem to be caught up in their like little groups talking about the what ifs.
Okay.
Like, what does this mean? What's going to happen if Salon actually won, kind of stuff.
I think the prospect of keeping this close to our chest, and of course I'm saying this with a whisper, the prospect of keeping this close to our chest, I think is a bad idea. We should be in a boastful, ceremonious mood, because if the other houses try to invalidate Salon's win, we may have sown the seeds of doubt before the
So
announcement.
first, let me be clear.
Yeah.
None of you actually know if Salid is dead or not. He just appears to be dead, right?
Yeah. And we were told he wouldn't be resurrected, but
Well, that's why I asked like what happened to his body, like what state was it in? Because like if his head was exploded, I'd be like, oh, good, should be fine.
Did they make the announcement amongst the houses there in the fighting pit?
No.
But it was announced that Salon won. Like that was
No.
that was clear. Oh, okay. So we're just
No
assuming that
announcements
he
have occurred,
won.
right?
Oh, damn it.
Those
Okay.
who were witnessing.
Huh?
Interesting.
Yeah. Because I guess the people that were
Well,
there
because if
watching
Salon dies, then the war's not over, right?
Oh, because then both houses have lost a leader.
Mm-hmm. And then it would just continue to whoever takes over
Whoever
the
the next one is, right?
There's,
Okay.
there's two unknown here. If both died, then we could have some anarchy in the city for a little bit. We don't want to be here for that.
Yeah.
And maybe that won't happen. But if both lived, then we need to be ready for this to go to whatever the next step is in the house war.
Yeah. It's important that we're ready that next step might involve
Let's-
some pretty dirty work.
Hey, all warfare is based on deception. I'm not above spreading a little misinformation to make sure our sides win a little bit more.
I
We
see the
also have to
wisdom.
remember that like this is Salid's idea to do the one-on-one battle, so there might be like a trick up his sleeve with all this.
Yeah, I hear the wisdom of what you're saying, Truegar, but maybe we should let House Albateel make the call about spreading the word and just hear what they have to say about it. Then we're happy to be their town crier if need be. And we're continuing our walk and talk.
Definitely think that we should ask if they want us to like stick around through the night or something. See if we can help.
That's not a bad idea.
Because this is the time where like things are most dire for them. So I don't know. Like, could be useful to have an outside set of eyes that they can trust,
Yeah,
looking at people and whatnot.
yeah, certainly couldn't hurt.
For the arena, was betting open on this fight?
That's a good question. I don't think.
No, it was hardcore and honor fight.
Okay. For like house politics.
Okay, so commoners weren't betting on this.
This
like
wasn't-
officially?
There were no commoners within like
It wasn't
hundreds of feet.
It wasn't really an event. It was more like a private fight for the house war.
So they didn't know.
Think of
about
like
it
going to an
until
arena,
after.
like a real life arena, like a hockey game or something, right? And think about only the people who could like afford like box seats even being allowed in the arena. Like that's the kind of exclusivity. I used hockey because I know he likes hockey or some
Yeah.
shit.
Look at you.
I don't know. People bet on stuff even though they don't know it's going
I
on.
mean, I'm pretty sure there probably was betting somewhere for this, but it wasn't.
Let's just say
officially
if,
said
if
from the
there was,
arena.
it wasn't taking place at the actual
Right.
event.
Okay.
So if there was betting, your
Run into a
characters would
bar
not
and
have had
bet
that
who wins
opportunity.
the house
Yeah.
war.
Wait, I got 50 on Salid. The odds are 2-1.
So we're still walking.
Yeah. And Dirt, your idea about staying tonight's not a bad one. And now that we got these griffins, it's not going to take us really nearly as much time in the desert. So if we have to stay back an extra 24 hours just to see this through,
Yeah.
that's not going to hurt us too bad.
To save Gordon time, the water skins that we have of near infant water, will that be good enough for us and our griffins? Wait, the magic wand say that's good
I
enough?
think it would because they were suggesting that it would take 2 weeks on foot.
Okay.
It'll last 14 days of normal drinking. So
Human.
if you ration, because it's gonna take you longer than 2 weeks to get where you're going. Even on Griffin back, it's gonna take a while.
Okay, so you should probably get
It sounds like it'll be hard to find, not just total distance.
You're asking the wrong person about that though.
Yeah.
So guys, now that we have these voracious mounts, I believe we should get some more water skins. But we'll just send Dimble. Oh no, he'll fall asleep if we try to do that.
Well, I suspect House Bateel will be able to help us. They did promise to give these griffins what they need to survive and thrive for the time that we had them. So we just have to ask, I think.
Has anyone
Why would
asked?
Dimble fall asleep? I'm confused.
the tree makes you fall asleep, and that was the merchant's area where we bought the armor.
Oh,
Dimble's immune.
Oh, Womp.
I thought Dirt was immune. Huh.
Dimble's-
Okay, I got my short people mixed up.
That was sure.
I
Oglen
transposed
did.
Now,
it.
if this was the magic armor, Dimble definitely fell asleep during that point.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Wasn't that because he wasn't here? Like,
No,
just
he was
us?
here.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, because what's her face got her armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, no, we retconned it to say Matteo didn't fall asleep because he got the +3 armor.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Has anyone asked their griffin if they want to go to the desert? Because, be honest, they may tell me no.
I could just see
Yeah.
Brudall standing there with this like.
Yeah. And Oglen kind of stops in his tracks. Looks and says, "You know, they did ask us to be real respectful."
I think we should make it to the villa.
Yeah. And then double time.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Did anybody not read their Griffin's character sheets?
I didn't
I haven't received one.
Yeah, I guess that
They
sucks
can-
for you.
They
Aw.
could disappear for a few days, for a while looking for food, but I consider food separate from H2O nourishment.
The moment that they confronted me, I looked back at my notes. I was like, "Yep, he wrote that. That was gonna happen."
I wrote what?
You wrote that she hates disrespect, and I messed with the handler.
I'm just wondering who's the first character to get killed by the griffins.
Yeah. What if it turns out
I already got
the
halfway
griffins are the big bad? And
Bruise whip, I think.
Gordon
I
has
haven't
just
considered that.
Gordon has just
I've already considered that.
tricked all of us. Hey guys, free griffins. Oh hell yeah.
These are dark.
Nobody rolled an insight check on their griffin, did they?
Can't wait to smack him around and make him my bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
I have Izamara. You're looking up names.
I am.
Evanbeek.
Take a minute to look this over.
Oh man, griffins.
We were given extra notes about the saddle as well. No,
Yeah.
I'll let you guys fill in on that.
Yeah. And I mentioned.
Your griffin's AC is 15, I believe. Isn't that what you guys ended up with?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, your griffin's AC is 15.
Okay.
Like I said, same thing that I told Andrew when he wanted to play Cavalier. If you intentionally put your griffins in a position where they can have an effect on the outcome of combat, they become targets, and I will kill them. If you do not, I will not go out of my way to kill them.
Yeah.
Right? They're literally meant to make it easier for you guys to travel around this huge-ass world.
Yeah. Alright, we promise not to troll your monsters by just picking them up and dropping them.
Well, I mean, like I said, you can do that, but they're going to become targets, and they do not have an infinite amount of health.
Yeah.
I think they have less health than most of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have the same AC I do though. I need to get my armor fixed.
Oh, that's only because you're wearing leather.
Yeah. Of course, that other
Normally
one.
rocking that 20 AC or whatever
Oh,
it
it'd
is.
be 18 normally. Now it's 16 because it got rendered by Rashad.
Oh, you just gotta get somebody to fix that for you.
Yeah, that's right. God.
Somebody who does magic shit. The weekly weed. We're just letting them read their stuff over. Somebody want to fill them in on the saddles, or do you want me to do it?
That's a lot of gold.
So, the first thing to know about the saddle is that when the straps around your leg are tied, you cannot fall out. Like, for most circumstances, most standard magic and attacks would not knock you off your saddle.
You also cannot Misty step out of it. You cannot be teleported out of it.
I didn't write that because I don't do that shit.
Does that include the God Misty
Magic.
stuff? Okay. So I know you said that has like different rules sometimes.
We're gonna say yeah, that you can't out of the saddle. Go ahead, Andrew. You're doing a good job. I just didn't know if you were gonna mention the teleporting stuff because Brudall doesn't do it.
No, didn't write it. Most of the time when I write a magic note, it's like magic weird.
So my AC right now says 13, so it's actually 15.
Right.
13 is the base, but we're using the variant rules.
One on the
And
bottom.
you guys got studded leather barding for your griffins, so it's a 15.
Yeah. So I just circled the 15. Yeah.
So that is also, you guys can also pay to have that increased yourselves.
All right.
Keep in mind that there will be a trade-off because not everybody is capable of making a saddle like the one you have,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
right? So you have to choose. Do you want higher AC or do you want the utility that the magic saddle offers?
Yeah. But in the interest of transparency, if we were to get a new saddle, we would also be able to teleport out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'd also be able to be dismounted.
Be able to just. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Infinite Spears sounds pretty fucking
Infinite
sweet.
Spears is a pretty strong reason not to get rid of it.
The spear that the saddle summons, I don't know if he was going to mention it, but I'm just going to beat him there. If you use it, if you have multi-attack, it takes your entire attack action to use.
Right.
And it reappears in your hand at the start, or at the end of your turn.
So what if I say throw a spear and throw a chakram?
You don't even have to use the spear because you
Yeah.
have chakram.
Mm-hmm.
The spear has a much further range than your chakram. The spear is 150. Is that what I told you
Much
guys?
damage, I think, was the trade-off.
Yeah, 150 feet, 1d12 plus 4 force.
Yep.
It's like a damage type that.
Like nothing's resistant.
Are even raging barbarians resistant
So-
to force damage?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the
D12
only.
plus what?
4.
The only thing that would give you a reduction, I think, is literally the Brooch of Shielding would give you resistance to force damage. That's it. What does
Also,
your
it's-
chakram do?
My chakram does. It's a 1d6 plus 8.
So you could potentially get a minimum of 1 more damage out of using your
Yeah.
chakram twice if something is within 60 feet.
Yeah.
And he would get sneak attack with the chakra, right?
Get sneak attack with the spear too.
Hey, all right. Sneaky spears.
The
They're like-
spear, I guess I didn't tell you, the spear can be used with any of your abilities.
Oh hell yeah! You can smite with the spear.
You did tell us that.
Oh, this is like
I
Dark
did?
Souls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was like 1 or 2 abilities you said it wouldn't work with. I don't remember which ones though.
It might have been smite, honestly, because it's usually just melee.
Yeah, I don't think you can smite arrows or anything like that.
I
No.
don't think so. At
The
least
spear
not.
is a thrown.
At
Yeah.
least not rules as written.
Yeah, but essentially, it's my understanding that you can have the spear in your hand, walk 100 feet away from the griffin, throw it at something, kill something, but you have to walk back to the griffin.
And get another one.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
touch the
remember
gem
what
to
I
get
said it
anyone.
didn't work with, but we'll handle that an as they come situation because it actually is meant to trigger most things.
All right.
2 or more will hit with the spear.
Yeah, you can't miss unless you nat 1
Bro, that's right.
with the spear. Like it's an auto hit as long as you don't nat 1.
Okay. You said 2 or more. Wow, you nat 1.
As long as it isn't a nat 1.
Only that one misses.
Oh.
Only nat 1 misses. So 2 or greater.
I'm,
2 ways of saying the
don't
same
mind
thing.
me.
Is
I
this
just-
spear on
Don't mind me.
No, it was something I improv'd at the table at the time.
literally wrote it that way, but my brain's thinking something else.
It's, Sam, it's a 1d12 plus 4 force damage.
I'll be used to that. I'll
Right back. Don't worry, I'll give Gordon one of those brand things so he doesn't think about the fact that you just left.
Well, that was super.
Uh-oh. He's definitely going to think about the fact that you left.
What? Oh god, it's like somebody dumped a whole fucking salt shaker in that.
Uh-oh, here's a normal
I do not
one.
want that.
Okay.
One final question about the spear. Does it have a range? From,
150 feet.
From, okay.
Oh, I think he means range.
Like,
That
so
you
I
can
have the
take
spear
it
in my,
away.
yeah, I have the spear in my hand. I pet Cloud Seeker. I say, okay, I'm going to go into this cave 300 feet away. Will the spear disappear from my hand?
As soon as you're off the saddle,
As soon
it's
as you're
not in
off.
your hand.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, somebody tested that last time. Tried to press it when they weren't on it.
Yeah, you can only summon the spear when you're actually in the saddle.
if you get out of the saddle, it'll disappear.
You can only have 1 at a time, right?
I think Matteo tried to do it. Somebody tried to do that.
I think it was Matteo.
I was hoping for like a free hit if I go into a cave. Just carry the spear with me.
Free spear.
Throw it once,
Is it
then pull
still
out my
the-
regular spear.
Is it still the one-time action if I'm not throwing it, if I'm just using it to jab?
2 uses it all.
Okay.
Well, it's simple. You just take the saddle off your
It's the
griffin
payoff
and
for
just
the automatic hit.
strap it to you,
Makes sense.
and then just
That's interesting.
Yeah.
halberd walk.
Just carry somebody around in the saddle so that they can infinite spears.
The gem. Okay, well you guys
You
don't
don't
actually-
even have to justify that.
You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know how they actually work. So I don't even need to say
You
anything.
don't have to say it.
All I pictured was Dirt having goat first. Like, you sit here while I
So
throw
I will
these.
give you a piece of free advice, right? Do not put the saddles on anything other than the griffin they are meant for,
Deal.
because you will kill whatever you put them on.
All right, guys.
So 2 clarifying questions
Can
about
you put it on the big bag?
Also, Thorin cannot even carry the saddle by himself. The saddle weighs like 300 pounds.
They're
I was
super
wondering what the,
expensive because
um,
Brew wanted to get one
what the
for
appearance
Ember.
of the spear looks like. Is it like ghost or is it like
Um,
solid looking?
it's like ethereal looking.
Okay.
Like it has a very solid outline of just like a generic ass spear, right? But it also like, kind of like a mirage. Like sometimes you can see through it, sometimes you can't.
And for my second question, I know you said that you could only use it once with, even if you have multi-attack. So I'm guessing that has to do with it being able to reach from you to the enemy, and if you try and use it multiple times, it would like disappear midair before it hits there.
Yeah, we can go with that reason.
All
It
right.
was just because that was the trade-off that had to be made
Yeah.
because it auto hits,
Had to balance
Okay.
it. Yeah.
and it does the only resistance in the game that I think, the only damage in the game that is reduced. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything other than a Brooch of Shielding that does anything to force damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally... Barbarian doesn't get reduction to force damage when they're raging.
Yeah.
I think the only other esoteric damage would be like psychic, and nothing else can counter against.
And I think Barbarians get reduction to that too when they're raging.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. At least one of the paths, like the Berserkers, maybe.
Path of the Force.
Yeah,
The
absorb,
Jedi.
absorb elements doesn't even work on
Force.
force damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on psychic damage either. But
Okay. Well, we're excited to figure out how these things work.
hopefully nobody tries to put a saddle on somebody's horse.
Yeah, we just won't saddle anything we don't want to kill.
Very convoluted way to kill someone. Hey, where'd this saddle from?
Yeah.
Let's be clear. It's going to be really hard for you to kill anybody with a saddle. They literally weigh between 300 and 500 pounds.
They may die from just the.
Wait. Wasn't there a moment where
Just
Matteo
like-
was wearing it on his back already?
Yeah, and he was on his knees trying
Yeah,
to crawl around.
Got crushed. All right, we're continuing to walk and talk towards House Albatil. Any other things folks want to do on the way?
I can't think of anything else other than perhaps praying to Alcar for the good health of Solon, but beyond that.
Yeah.
And asking our griffins, hey, do you want to travel with us? But beyond that, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Do you want to kill a tyrant?
It
It'll
doesn't
be
have
fine.
to be a tyrant.
We can just pretend. Oh, is that our theme song now? No! You guys you can RP as much as you want.
I had something and I lost it.
I'm not surprised, Sam.
So like if we're gonna stand watch and stuff, we should also be aware that there might be like spies or something, perhaps. Because if there were like double agents or something, like now seems a good time to strike, since we don't know if Salid is alive or dead, and if one of them is in Solon's house, then now would be a great time to like murder.
And at this suggestion, Oglen cracks a smile. Funny you mentioned that. I have some ideas of how we might be of use this evening, but maybe better to discuss them with House Albatil.
I mean, we know that Salon has spies, so maybe his spies would catch the other spies before they could spy on us.
I thought you were going to drag that out way longer.
Thought about it.
So I thought you were going to do it.
But like, we don't know the spies, which means maybe we could catch the spies, since everyone here trusts people and we could trust no one
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
with the
Sometimes
spies.
a fresh face.
I think we need spies in our group. Who wants to spy?
Who's the better rogue?
I'm not really a
Not
subtle
Brew.
guy.
Hey man.
He rolls intimidation instead of sneak.
Yeah, that's right. He
I'm not
stomps.
very-
You don't see me!
You don't.
I'm a shadow!
You know, like in Hitman, whenever you make the noise, they're like, "What's that?" And Bruce is like, "None of your business."
Whoa, must have been in the wind or something.
They look like they just wet themselves. It was the wind!
Definitely the wind.
Brew just crouches and dashes forward a little bit. Misty step.
Does he make sound effects when he says Misty Step? Okay.
That's the name he has for when he crop dusts us on the trail.
Oh, man.
Foggy step, more like.
Oh, shit.
So I was also thinking about like, with Griffin taking care and stuff, and like since they like hippogriff meat, maybe we should see if they can make some like jerky for them or something.
Yeah. You know, that's not a bad idea. Maybe more.
Raid Salid's house for some hippogriff meat.
Get awkward.
That'd be fun.
Did you see the house stuff? Are they supposed to be here? I know they were here the other day, but it's a new day. Are they still allowed here? I don't know. Well, they're scary and big, so just let them do it.
And Brew's like, we left our coats here. I mean, where's the bathroom?
I mean, it's the wind.
Misty Step. And,
How can you see me?
I'm standing completely still.
Stop looking at me! Did you see that video? He's at a NASCAR race and the newscaster bumps into him and doesn't even notice him. Like he's like 6'5" or whatever, and she walks like into him and then like looks for half a second and then keeps going. Didn't even acknowledge his existence.
Dave Bautista or John Cena?
Cena.
Wow. Nice.
He looks so upset too. Like he looks so fucking upset that she didn't notice him.
You can't see me.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
That's like the joke that the actual like the guys in the studio were making. She didn't see him. It worked.
He's grown so powerful he doesn't even have to do this anymore. He's just in a permanent state of ethereal.
He's concentrating on the spell.
That would explain it.
It would explain it. It's a free action.
Is that why he had to do it after every wrestling match? Because they broke his concentration?
Yeah, that's right. Spell slots kind
He
of.
used to be just a pure barbarian when he was wrestling. Now he's
He multi-classed into wizard?
Yeah. He was a sorcerer and he didn't know his bloodline until now.
What's the bloodline?
Cena magic.
Okay. Any other RP you guys want to do?
Yeah, not until we arrive. For me,
You arrive.
boom. We arrive.
You're there.
You're on the spot,
And,
Richard.
You notice that the gates to the villa are actually closed, and there are like 15, 20,
Okay.
25 guards standing outside. And there are actually like a pair of guards every 25 or 30 feet around the outside.
Any of them that we recognize as having interacted with before, even in passing with Salon.
Like when they escorted us to the villa.
No.
Okay. Then next question.
So to be clear, there were never guards outside of
Okay.
the walls or the gates before. It was always like inside.
Okay. Yeah. And is there one that appears to be in charge?
I don't know. Is
From
there?
what we can tell. I mean,
I don't know.
is there one that's?
I don't know. Did you roll any dice to find out?
Bro,
Can
I would
roll
love
for
to roll some
perception?
dice.
No, because he asked.
It's been.
I would-
God damn it.
I would like to.
You have to roll at disadvantage now because you can't find your d20s.
Gotta be honest. I can't find them.
I'd
I
also
don't even
like
know where
to
they
roll.
are, Gordon. It's just a big mess of nonsense. Oh, that's a fucking 2.
That's a
dog.
d12. It's not a d12.
It's not.
But
I wish it was. So that's a mod 5 on that perception check.
So you guys watch as Oglen looks at the gate, but then gets distracted by something on the other side of the road. On the other side of the road, you see an odd wagon, though.
Huh. And what is odd about this wagon? Is it like
There's
a
nobody
mimic?
at it.
I just saw it suck its tongue up and resume wagon shape.
There's nobody at it.
Oh,
It's just sitting there,
and it stops.
unattended.
Like, man,
I think that's a side quest, guys.
who's in charge of parking in this place? You're just gonna leave your wagon out here in the street, obstructing the
Wait, is
flow of
Oglen
traffic?
really saying this out loud in the middle of the street? In the middle of the road?
He's having a little inner monologue, stopping. He's thinking these thoughts.
How fucking irresponsible.
Yeah, come on. I mean, there's plenty
Thorin's
of
gonna
spots.
see him just kind of like stop and look at the wagon, and Thorin's gonna look at the wagon and be like,
Roll perception.
I don't think this is what we're supposed to be doing.
I don't want to metagame, but is this a roadside bombing?
I mean, if you see something, you gotta say something. I'm right.
Mod 15?
Is it an IME, an improvised magical explosive? What is it?
Mod 15?
Thorin's pretty sure that the wagon's sitting there because one of the wheels is busted.
New spell. Really delayed fireball.
Oh, let's focus here. Well, you and I, we go
Yeah.
ask the guards from a distance.
Do
Yeah. That's
do
a
we
good
want to
idea.
fix the wagon?
You know, I was just looking at that, and if we had more time, certainly there is a lot of good we could accomplish there.
Dwarfs, focus.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm sorry, he was focusing on the wagon, and so like I thought wagon because I can like mend the wheel.
Yeah, you're right, Brudall. Any of these folks you can
Guards, let's talk to them.
Okay.
At this point, they've definitely noticed you guys, and
Yeah.
they seem to be at attention, and most of them have their hands on their weapons.
Okay. So,
Thorin's gonna follow Brudall, but he's also gonna be like,
I'm-
no weapon.
I'm going to approach not too within range of them, but close enough to where they can hear me. And
Okay.
Just, we were working for Salon. We're here to discuss things about the house war.
yeah, we mostly just want to make ourselves available to help restore them in any way. Some of us have magical healing abilities. I mean, even if he just needs extra guards, we're here to help. He's done a lot for us.
So a couple of them like whisper, and like you catch like, well, he was working with some group. Is this them? And the one of the guards steps forward, and he doesn't really look all that much more decorated than the rest. So if he does outrank them, it's like just barely.
Okay.
And he looks at Thorin and he says, you can put those down because we know that you don't have to have your hands on a weapon to do things that are bad.
I mean, yeah, but that takes one of the things out of the equation.
Okay, well, if it makes you feel better, you can put your hands back up. But it's not necessary.
He starts to, but when he says it's not necessary, you're like, oh, okay.
I was waiting for it to happen. Well, if you'll wait here, I'll send somebody to find out what's going on.
Certainly.
And
Tell
if
him.
we can let you in or not.
Just tell him it's the World Walkers.
Okay.
We're the ones they promised griffins.
Oh, that's a great idea. We've got these marks that we got from the bonding ceremony. If that would help assuage your fears any.
What marks?
Yeah, didn't we get scarred in some way from this? Or am I?
I mean, it just looks like a battle scar.
Oh yeah, we got scarred internally.
It looks like some of you look like you got cut by a dagger or
Okay.
something.
Also,
I misunderstood.
several of us are like servants of Alcar.
He looks a little confused.
Yeah, that might be secret information.
Go report
Not
to
for
his
us.
people that we're here, please.
Well, I'm not going to do it.
Any one of you.
He's already gone.
Cool.
He went like when I told him to go, like 3 minutes ago.
Didn't even see that's how great your job is. Are you guys spies?
You guys spies?
We'd be really bad spies if we told you we were spies.
True.
Or really
True.
good ones. I mean, that'd be the last thing anybody expected, right?
Are you spies?
No.
I don't know. Isn't that what a spy would say?
That is what a spy would say.
I'm not a spy, but I can.
I mean,
Misty
if I am a
step.
spy, I don't know that I'm a spy.
All right, I think I have
He looks,
something. For
you can Misty step. You don't really look like the type to.
You want to see me do it?
I cast Misty Step on him.
I'll go back to make some space for this Misty
This
step.
orc going with a bunch of guards. It'd be fucking...
The guard says, "Yeah, why not? I haven't seen magic today."
Let's see me do it again.
He like looks like that disappointed parent face. All you did was shuffle side to side.
It was just so damn fast.
Okay. You just wait over there quietly, please.
Certainly.
While we're waiting, do we want to like write the note? 'Cause if he's going to get a person, that might be a good time.
Yeah, I know my.
And you know, mend the wheel in the wagon, you know, while we're waiting.
Yeah,
Oh,
I could do that.
Oglen looks back to the wagon. I've forgotten all about it, but now I can't.
So there's nothing on the wagon. It's like empty. It's like literally empty. Like it broke and somebody just moved all their shit and haven't come back for it.
I thought it was a covered wagon. We couldn't see what was inside. Oh man, I was really worried.
It's
That
like a cargo.
Mysteries. It's like bodies.
It's a cargo wagon.
I mean, two people have talked about the
Cargo.
wagon, so Thorin's, I guess, gonna go try and be
I
manning on
love
the wheel.
that I totally could have just turned that into something. And you guys would have fucking been all about it.
I think it's a mimic, yo. You walk over there.
So how broken is the wheel?
Mending wouldn't fix it.
Okay.
That's how broken it is. Like half of the spokes are busted. Like half of the actual outer wheel is gone.
Okay. Yeah, the entire wheel's not here. I can't like mend things that aren't here unless all those things aren't here in the same place, and I'm there.
I see. It is important to have all the tools you need for the job.
Yeah. Maybe we should go back to like trying to write this letter.
Yeah. I mean, here's hoping we don't need to use it because we can just speak to somebody directly. But it's not a bad idea having it ready in case. Does anybody have any paper, parchment we could use for this?
Should.
Actually, I do. Yep. So I give you one of my parchments and a quill with some ink on it.
Scratch that shit off.
Get that.
We don't need you having shit you can write with it on. What kind of literacy shit is this?
Yeah, when's the last time Oglen even wrote something
Bro,
down?
Does Oglen even know letters?
I don't know.
shitty
I don't
is
know
his
that Oglen
handwriting?
does.
He was the treasurer.
He was.
That's numbers.
That's
Yeah.
This money is that much heavy, and this money is that much heavy. let's agree. Oglen is no longer the treasurer.
And nobody discussed why he's not the treasurer either.
How much money does the guild have?
We used to be
Many.
rich.
You guys don't actually know yet because you haven't been to Asia yet in like 23 days or something.
Our bank has been mailing us statements.
Almost a month you've been gone.
We have many monies.
So many monies.
So we know that a floating disc was involved. That's all I can say.
Hey,
right.
interest though.
Tremendous monies.
So many monies.
Tremendously big monies.
And so Oglen takes the.
I do a roll intelligence check
Takes
to
the
see if I
parchment.
remember the terms and agreement to the bank
Oh, well.
account.
If you
Nope.
see here. Yeah.
You
so
failed.
Oglen takes
Are
the
we
part.
overdoing our fees? Do we actually overdraft?
So who's got who wants to scribe this for us? Anybody with good handwriting? I'm a little too shaky these days to probably write anything down. And you do notice Oglen's hands are shaking more than you probably
Bitch.
remembered.
If only Matteo is here. He's writes so many letters.
It's the
Right now.
21st.
Today's the 21st.
21st? Yeah, that's right.
Yes, because yesterday was Rihanna's birthday. Happy birthday, Rihanna.
Hey, she's a longtime fan of
I
the
don't think Rihanna watches this. If she did, I would.
Could you imagine though? Just like of the 22 views, one of them
show.
is.
One of us Rihanna.
I honestly don't know how I would feel about that. Like, could you just imagine, like, just watching an interview one day where she's like, "Oh yeah, I love D&D. There's this one D&D group that I just love, and it's like something dead PCs, and I'd be like,
And it would then be like, Hunger Games, were like, which one does she like the best?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't want her to answer that.
Yeah, let us all
I
have
think that would cause problems at the table.
That's something we all get to share, okay?
Because somebody would get irritated one day, and be like, you know what? That's why Rihanna likes me best.
That's right. That's right.
It's Matteo. I feel like it would not be Matteo.
So does anybody offer their scribing services for this
Yes.
letter? Okay.
I mean, if no one else
Yeah, I can
offers,
too.
Thorin will.
I got some good handwriting.
Bru's gonna actually turn away from this
Yes.
and try to commune with Thea.
All right.
Are you gonna make me do something when I'm trying to do something else?
Maybe we can go to that next. We can finish our thing.
Yeah, finish the scribe.
Give him some time. Okay, so we'll scribe this.
Has anyone checked under the wagon though?
Now Oglen turns around for the third time.
There's nothing under the wagon.
Dictated
No.
but not read.
That's what something under the wagon would say.
There's literally nothing under the wagon. You just
It
fall into
would.
abyss.
Oh.
You gonna reach under the
Everyone's
wagon?
back in the abyss.
No. At that, he startles. It's like, yeah, that's right. We gotta stay focused on the path. On the path. Oh, all right. So we need to write this letter just in case we're not gonna be allowed entrances. That's right. And so we mostly just want to express our gratitude and offer our services.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gordon, would you prefer that we actually write this letter, or you want us to just come up with the topic of the letter?
You said you were writing it. You better fucking write it.
All right, boom.
Homework? But
somebody
right
want,
now?
Somebody want to write it?
Fuck yeah.
All right. What am I writing?
Oh, just essentially anything that says we really appreciate what he's done, and that we're offering our services if he needs anything.
Get well soon.
And I guess
Maybe draw some
also,
balloons at the bottom.
Don't die, please.
also we might want to come up with a way for him to get in touch with us if they do need something.
Yeah, you let him know about Jarek,
What are you doing?
back of the Woodwalkers Guild in Lyeska.
This is a random
That's a
weird
good idea.
Well,
bodily reaction.
We have.
Wait, is this
Well,
a letter
I
to the
sneezed into my
owner
clothes.
of the
You look like you were
wagon,
just
or is
having
this
a
letter
fucking
to
aneurysm.
Salon?
Yeah, I know.
Oglen turns back to the wagon for the fourth time. Salon.
Okay.
We just pin a letter on the wagon that says most portion job idiot.
Yeah, that's right. Find one. What would it be? One noogie.
Yeah, we're leaving a letter on the windshield. Hey, sorry I digged your dumper.
We're going to the desert, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
The Sands of the Lost.
Illegal parking on royal grounds. Please see your local guard for whipping. 10 lashings for illegal parking.
And does anybody here have any magical ways of getting in contact with them? Or I'm sure he has mages that could do such a thing.
I
We
haven't
could
had
always
someone
attach a letter to the griffin.
That's not a bad idea. I'm sure they have a way to contact, or at least know the whereabouts of griffins that they've worked with before.
Honestly, yeah, because griffins have free reign. They can go leave and come and leave as they wish. So us attaching a letter to a griffin is...
How many people wear leather armor normally? Thorin, Sano, Ash, Dimble, and Matteo?
Or
Right?
studded leather, but that's a choice to go lower than chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had a choice, though, you would wear chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only way we can contact these guys later is via griffin. Ooh. We can ask our griffins if they can psychically communicate with each other. What's the distance?
They can, but it's limited to 2 miles.
2 miles, okay.
The Griffins aren't there. They're doing something else, somewhere else, really far away. More than 2 miles.
Don't involve the griffins.
Ha!
Because the message we can do is just like, hello, Cloud Seeker, please relay this message to Salon by giving this message.
She's not answering. I'm getting a voicemail.
Flies 2 miles.
Yeah, so all she has to do is just fly 20 miles away from us, get within 2 miles of Salon's compound, relay the message, and then fly back to us. Bingo, bango, job done.
Beep, beep!
Yeah. We've obviated all sending magic with the power of griffins.
Yeah, new Griffin, who did us?
Who dis?
I hate you all.
Who needs them wizards though? Not us.
Bitches be tripping.
We the world flyers now, boys.
The world looked down and I looked down at you.
So thanking him, telling him where we're going, that we're at his aid. What else?
Yeah. Just that we want to make our services available if we can help his recovery in any way, or if House Albateel has anything they need us to do, like you mentioned, maybe garden over him this evening. Maybe we don't need to go into particulars, because again, we hope that we don't need to use this letter only if we're not able to speak to somebody. But it will at least accomplish Truegar's point of not just running out on our benefactor. And yours of making sure we can help the ways that we can. Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, we never got to do the task that he asked because with the whole fort in the exchange of the griffin, so we still owe the gentleman.
That's right. Yeah. Interested to hear whether they still want us to make an assault on that cave with the artifacts or not.
That'd be fun.
I think it'd be fun even if he did win the house war, just rub it that much more into Salid's face.
I mean, shoot. Does he have any living relatives? Is the house defunct? Who knows? Are those free games?
Yeah.
You can roleplay still. I'm not done yet.
You guys are just riding this for Salon, right? Like, as a heads up to him? Because we do need to talk to somebody in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's right.
we don't have mounts. We don't have anything right now going into the desert.
Yeah, that's right.
How many people use shields? Like, actively. It's just Truegar, right? Okay, yeah, fuck that.
I don't like where this is going, Gordon.
Can you just say no shield acid-eating monster?
No shield monsters.
Monsters that eat your shield and you're attached with it.
Ooh, a 99. What is that?
Is there anything anyone else wants to add to this message? Because this is like a pretty short message so far. I've got like 4 sentences.
If you can't reach the World Walkers, please contact.
Right, World Walkers. Stuff about World Walkers.
Please contact Jarek at the World Walkers Guild in Lyeska. Or Ageria. Shit. One was the continent, one was the town.
Yeah.
No, one's the planet.
Fuck.
You were so sure of that, too. I almost didn't say anything. But I felt like that would have been a very bad precedent.
Wait, what? Isn't it in Alcar City? Or
No.
no? No? Okay.
No, Nigeria is like a frontier town.
Yeah, I was.
No, it's a full-blown city now.
Full-blown city now.
It's the capital of the Alkarian Empire's holdings on this continent.
on this continent. Okay.
Ooh, and we built it. Well.
And Alcar
You
City
did
is the
shit.
original one.
We don't
Some
need
magic
to
elf
do it.
built that shit after stealing a magic item from you. A really good magic item, actually.
Okay, +7 con amulet.
Wow.
It was a damn
Wow. The amulet of never die.
Yeah. So like, what's the town that this place is from? The World Walkers?
You're from Ageria.
Nigeria.
No, Thorin isn't. That's why he's asking.
Oh yeah. Nigeria.
Well, the guild is from.
It's A-Y
A-E-G-Y.
I better let
R-I-A.
the god of the universe.
No,
do
I
this.
want Oglen to spell it the way he thinks it's
Bro, I was just gonna.
We all know Oglen doesn't do letters. He
Yeah,
does
I was gonna phonics monkey that thing out.
A-E-Y.
Yeah, I wish I could show you guys how some people spelled Salon's name and Salid's name.
Oh. I would say Salon is S-A-L-A-A-N.
No, it's like salad.
Salad.
C-I-L-A-N.
It's like salon and then salad.
S-A-L-A-N.
And Salid is S-A-L-I-D.
Well, I did S-A-L-E-E-D.
All that matters is that your characters that you pronounce it right when you're role playing. That's really all that matters.
A-Y-J-E-E-R-I-A.
So is somebody going to tell Thorin how to spell Nigeria? Like, or is it just going to be like fucking...
I just
Yeah.
Spell it again.
Somebody did it
No,
right.
seriously, spell it again.
A-Y-J-E-E-R-I-A.
Phonetically, it's pretty close, right?
I don't know how to actually spell it. I'm just goofing.
Alright,
I
A-Y...
think he said it was A-E-Y.
A-E-G-Y.
A-E-G-Y.
R-I-A.
A-E-G-Y-R-I-A.
Yeah. And if you got space there, Thorin, make sure that you end by letting Salon know that we're not going to forget what he's done for us. He can always count on us when he needs us.
Oh, and mention Alcon.
Do a little name drop.
Then he's like always watching over you or something.
Just put Alcaz truly the world wonders.
Thoughts and prayers. But it means something in this world.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really awkward goals.
Salon's gonna pull an Evandal and be like, "You guys didn't do your job.
You didn't do it."
Rampage time."
And then we would have like a 7.
He didn't kill his son or his nephew though,
Yeah, that's true.
so it's not really the same thing.
Only because he's not old enough to have.
Right.
But he's a teenager, so he's angsty.
If he was old enough to have a nephew, we would have killed him.
Is there anybody you guys don't kill?
You guys were
the
my
bad guy.
friends. You
That's
guys
true.
suck. You didn't have my
The
back.
fishmonger from season 1. Also, Legato totally did not try and kill that sorcerer in season 1. Visitor!
I genuinely have to say I don't remember what you're talking about. Which makes me feel bad because
It was that big battle, like, I think it was the Lich, wasn't it? Where, like, it's like, whoever wants to opt in, do it now. If you don't roll initiative. And Legato was the only fucking person that didn't roll initiative.
like the the penultimate session.
Yeah. Legato totally didn't kill anyone. He's just like, hey, no.
Bagato did nothing.
Yes. And then everyone's like, what the fuck, Legato? And he's like, ah.
Whenever there's a flashback, I'm like, I wasn't here for the library, so.
In my other game, we have this thing called a memory check. So if you can't remember something, you just have to roll 5d20, get lower than your intelligence. So I'm playing this wizard and I have a 20 in intelligence, so I don't write notes. I'm just like, yeah, what was that again? I just roll.
Memory
Like, yeah, just please tell me.
It's like you have.
See, I don't do that. You have to have at least a basis in your notes to go off of. From
I'm joking. I write like 3 pages in notes every session.
Because there's I think a feat.
Yeah, keen mind.
Is it keen mind?
I think so.
Where you like have perfect recall, but it doesn't work exactly the way it says in the book to me, right? Because you have to have a frame of reference for what's being talked about to me. So if you like take no notes and you say, "Hey, I want to remember this thing," I'd be like, "What basis do you have from which to start remembering it?" Because let's be clear, I don't write down exactly what I tell you guys.
The truth is, we're all making this shit up. D&D.
Sometimes my improv skills are on point, and sometimes I'm like, wow, what the fuck was that? Like, at the end of the night, I'll just be like, why the fuck did I say that?
But now I said it.
I
Now I
have
said
so
it.
many of those moments.
Yeah.
Literally, all the inside jokes about me are those moments.
Those moments.
Horse in the back room. What's a boat? You ever heard of trees?
First of all, it wasn't horses in the back room. It was, do you keep the good horses in the back room?
You better believe we were asking about the good griffins.
My
in the back
favorite-
of the stable last week.
My favorite, though, of all of the things you did was definitely the boat thing.
The boat thing.
Yeah, when you looked at the outside of the building and saw pictures of boats, and then you went inside and you were like, do you know what a boat is? to the person who sells like mounts and shit like that.
I remember.
They say, serious? No, actually, that's a lie. That's my favorite is absolutely you were sitting there. I shoot my horse in the back of the head. And the whole table went, what? And you were like, it's like your hand wasn't up, so I guess roll attack. And then what did you roll? A nat 20.
At least it was quick.
That horse didn't know what was coming.
Yep. Until it was already gone.
Are you guys done role playing? You done writing your letter?
Just about.
Would you like to read it, present it to the rest of the class?
He has been, and nobody's been paying attention.
I mean, he'll
What?
read it again.
Sorry, wasn't listening.
You don't whisper very well.
I'm whispering.
Well, if I didn't want people to hear, I wouldn't have said it at all.
Yeah.
Alright, so like,
I wish people really thought that way.
dear Salon, thanks for everything. We are going to the Sands of the Lost. After we return, we are happy to help you. If you read this before we leave, we are happy to help guard or whatever you need. The others are part of the World Walkers in IG area. There's a guy named Jareth there that handles the guild stuff if you need someone to reach out to. We will not forget all the help that you gave us.
Isn't it Jurek? Okay.
Jareth, alright, then I'll fix it.
No.
Yeah,
I was
fine.
asking because we haven't used him in so long. I
It's
wasn't
been a long
100%
time.
sure.
It's been a long time. Bless you.
Thank you.
Jareth. We will not forget all the help you gave us. May your life be long and Alcar grace you for all your days. From the World Walkers in Thorin. P.S. Ragna Ugarat Ugan Uts Betun Vata. Which is giant for like, good luck with everything.
Wow.
You
That's,
forgot
Does
the
Salon
thoughts of
speak
prayer
giant?
spot.
No, but one of his seneschals does.
Hey, that's real
Okay.
nice. It's real nice.
I knew that there's like a random guy who did, but I'm like, did I ever say he spoke
that
giant?
Was it that guy? Yeah, thanks for doing that, Thorin. That's perfect.
Alright.
Did you sign it?
Yeah, from the World Walkers in Thorin.
So apparently the rolls want you guys
It's
to
just
have
a
plus
mustard
one,
stamp
plus
right
two
at the bottom of
weapons
the
because it's home rolling.
It's like a kiss, but instead of lipstick, it's just straight mud.
With like a little beard underneath it.
We should go in while he's sleeping and place it on his chest between his hands. So he wakes up, it's the first thing he sees.
Well,
Is
what if it blows
Ashley's
away?
just gonna be like standing over top of him, breathing heavily.
But what if it blows away? We gotta make sure it stays there. Well, let's just stick it with a knife and then I'll keep it on him.
Oh no.
Bind his hands.
And then when he wakes up from the night wound, you'll just see Virgo. It's just
Those world walkers and their
People who are
dangerous
actually
charms.
capable of doing magic are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? What? That is not what you're not doing what you think you're doing.
Maybe you're not doing what you think you're doing.
So after a few minutes, the guard that went through the gates comes back and he says, I've been told that I can bring one of you in to speak to the seneschal at the house who would like to...
Brew's gonna instantly point to either Oglen or Truegar, because Dimble's not here, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm not here.
Yeah, I'm happy to go in, folks. If you don't want me to, I'm just as happy to let Truegar do it. What do you think?
I think
Rock, paper, scissors.
I go in.
I think it should be you because you've got like
It's the D&D
connection,
version of
and
rock
he's
paper
like-
scissors.
We do stone
Dragon
shears,
Griffin.
parchment.
Yeah, stone shears parchment.
Or parchment shears.
I can't give help. So who's following?
I think it's, I'm voting for like. Oglen.
You all are, of course, welcome to object, but so far, if it's up to the two of us,
If
Even
they're
Truegar's already started walking, so
Well, no, if they're doing rock paper scissors, then like before they even finish, like Thorin's gonna like push Oglen and be like, meh, try to get him.
so Oglen stumbles forward.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not doing the deciding game yet.
Yeah, but like.
so terrifying. They could be deciding who's gonna save the world, and they would fucking do Roshan.
Rock, paper, scissors, yo.
Yeah, like,
It's gonna save all of
don't
us.
you like have, like you're one of the chosen guys, and he like respects the thing and stuff. So like maybe it should be you or something.
That's
Maybe
true.
best to send someone.
I
in
will
as healing
point out
items.
who was the actual invitation sent to.
Oh, that's right.
It does make sense to
Not that I'm taking away from Truegar doing it. I'm just saying like who would have a bigger impact.
Did Alcar just flick my ear and say the word
Say-
Oglen?
Oglen.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Alcar, okay.
Okay.
No, I mean you could decide however you want. I'm just pointing out that the letter was specifically addressed to Oglen for the invitation to the Mila.
Maybe Dimble points that out.
We're in the Oglen arc anyway, so
Yeah.
Actually, you're not.
But to do
That's the best
a
part.
movie
You're in
thing,
somebody
yeah,
else's
okay,
arc
go
right
along
now.
with that. Okay.
we're in the Dimble arc.
As you start to go. I'm
No,
gonna
God,
stop
no, that's
you.
on the other side of
Okay.
the world.
We're in the Sano arc.
Make sure to talk about
Nope.
resources. We need, the things that he was going to promise
I'll
us
get it
to go into the
eventually.
desert.
And here's the notes I like to give him and stuff.
There are only so many more characters.
We'll stop you again.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you
We're going down to
offer
Matteo.
healing as assistance.
So who
Because
are- That's right.
we wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
I also
Stop
have healing,
you.
so if he needs more healing, I got a bit of healing. So
I'm gonna stop you a third time.
Okay.
If we could figure out a way to communicate, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And the Griffins, we kind of need
Yeah.
to be able to get to them.
That's right.
So
Communication's
yeah.
important. All right.
and
Resources.
stop you a fourth time.
Healing. Oh.
So the
It's taking
guy's
you so
like,
long.
I don't have all day to wait.
The fourth
Oh,
time I stop
let's
you
see.
is to say, "Hurry up, will you?"
Well,
And then Oglen
and
first.
finally, like if you need to check back with us, remember you got the gods.
Is that allowed to
You mean the one right there?
Yeah.
Reminder. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, there's no
I
law
really
against
wanted to do
it.
that, Han Solo.
That's it.
Somebody just, I don't know what they hit, but they really effed that wheel up.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna go in here and do the side quest stuff. You guys can figure out what's going on with this cart.
So you watch.
Nothing. It's just a cart with a busted wheel.
Are you sure there's not like any pirate points hidden in it or anything like that?
I mean, gotta let him do an investigation check.
Is Sano gonna go investigate this wagon?
Pirate investigation points.
Sano would like to investigate this
Does
wagon.
he touch the wagon?
Feel for a false spotter.
Make a DC 25 dexterity strength saving throw.
Strength. Ooh, the card eats you.
It's a halo, like it immediately flips over.
Oh,
Well,
that's too nice.
Oh no!
You watch as the cart turns into a giant mimic and eats Sano.
Oh no!
You have your backup character with you?
not because I've been trying to get to roll one, but I haven't
Oh,
had a
no
chance to do
rolls.
that.
Let him play the cart.
The guards
Yeah, for the
just.
cart.
The guards are like, oh, not another one.
I gotta be honest, I just really had to work hard at not making fun of you.
We gotta put a sign on that.
For asking
wagon.
if you could play the
really
cart.
should.
Maybe a traffic.
Can I tell you anyway without you taking it seriously? Because it was gonna be pretty funny. I mean, it's not like you don't already roleplay a cart.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I just
I'm
can't stop.
sorry. I feel so bad now.
Are you saying that his personality is
true.
part of the card?
He just gets kind of carried along behind everybody else.
No,
We're
I
making
want
paralyzed
the
stuff.
card's personality in Sano's body.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry.
He's got a
I'm sorry,
broken
Stan.
wheel.
No,
It's
no,
like Sano's
no.
going around.
It's
I don't like
intentional.
not having wheels, guys. This
Okay,
is-
so the cart is literally just a cart chilling beside the road. I promise you that it is not me trying to turn you off of a side quest or a treasure or things to kill. It's really just a busted cart.
I know it's the problem.
Now I'm just
We're not
imagining like how much
looking beyond
trouble we would
the
get in with the cart as Sano. He's just walking along and he stops and we're like, what's the matter? He's like, it's hard being human. And everyone's like, the fuck does that mean?
No, see, the problem is you put in the cart before the horse.
Yep.
You have to find the horse.
Oh, for fuck's sake. They brought a new card. Put the horses on that. God. I quit.
I quit.
I'm done.
Alright, so Oglen
we
follows.
need to regroup and think about where this damn horse.
Oglen follows our very gracious host.
This will be the key to the house war.
That's right.
Oh my God. How did I not know all this time the cart was a secret? Oh, that's because I'm the DM and I know for a fact it's just a fucking cart.
I honestly thought it was a terrorist bombing facility.
Yep.
Well,
Okay,
when you
so-
said that, I really thought about making it an improvised magical explosive and having everybody run around talking about the IME.
Oh man.
So, Oglen is walking in. He has the message he's supposed to be sending.
So, as we're not going to roleplay you walking to the door. Do you guys want to roleplay in like the minute it's going to take him to walk to the door?
A little bit, yeah.
How's he walking?
Because like
Walking
Thorin's
with
gonna
his
turn.
head up, head down.
Yeah, confident.
Because as soon as he like passes that threshold, like into the building or
Oh,
whatever.
actually, let me give him information. So, as Oglen's walking, he gets a very deep sense of melancholy
Okay.
as he's walking, like things aren't going well.
Yeah. Okay. So he started trying to walk as fast as he can.
Like the last time that you guys were here, it was pretty loud. People were laughing and joking.
Yeah.
Even like the former slaves were like happy and laughing, and now everybody looks really like down and out.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Not that you get to do anything with that yet.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
So as soon as he like passes that threshold like of the guards and like where we couldn't stop and stuff, like everyone's gonna turn to Ash and be like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I remember to put your balloons on the note."
Nice. Well done. Thank you.
Ash specifically said to make balloons at the bottom.
Yeah, because I said make it a get well soon card.
You did not. Write a note and then a get well soon message. Jesus.
I like how you're like, so he did.
I did not see that the first time.
Is it actually there?
It is actually there.
We're one of the good guys.
It's like when you go to like a Walgreens or something, you just pick out the first card and it's just happy birthday grandpa when it's really for like Valentine's Day or something.
And you're like, I'm good enough.
It's a metaphor, it's a metaphor. Our love is everlasting like my grandpa.
Like my grandpa's birthday.
Anyway. Anything else?
Not particularly, I think. Unless we want to search the card.
We've moved past the card. We're onto the horse now.
As soon as Oglen has passed through the gates and he's no longer in view, I'm gonna Misty step over to the cart and start hitting it with my warhammer.
Cool, so you guys watch as Brudall goes for the 40 feet across the thing, and he's doing like half steps each time. And all of the guards within eye shot are looking at him like something's wrong with him. Maybe he's been hit with a warhammer one too many times. And then he makes it over to the cart after like a minute of shuffling, and he just starts wailing on this cart. That's what you guys see.
Does he
So
roll for attack?
no, it's a cart. You can't really miss it.
It's a guy.
So we found out it's not an illusion.
I'm sorry. Roll an attack. You could not want to hit yourself, I guess, in the knee or something.
5 plus whatever my other stuff is.
He hits the cart, and he's just going to town on this cart. You're pretty sure that if it was your cart and you were just waiting to come back and fix it and pick it up, you'd be really upset. That somebody had just wailed on your cart and had gouged giant chips out of the wood.
Did I miss? Are we supposed to be? Oh, okay. Because I could actually Misty step.
I'm putting in my notes, Brudall assaults cart. For no reason.
That's it, Gordon. That's the note underneath this episode.
I've got
I wanna
horses
invest
covered with
Brudall
giant
assaults
wagons.
cart. That needs to be the note.
He shuffles for 40 feet.
Oh.
Then assaults cart.
No, wait till you see the title of the last episode. This is just the aftermath of Brudall's stupidity.
So,
Stupidity.
Brudall and I are highwaymen.
the episode quote
I'll
for
get
the
the
last
horse, you
episode
get the cart.
was from Brudall, and it said, "I'm not trying to ride his wife, I'm trying to ride a griffin." That was the quote for last episode.
I can't wait to hear the context.
It's literally the context.
It would have been funny if you just silent for 20 minutes. That's the first thing you said.
Yeah.
I think it was.
There's a
Actually.
cold opening.
I don't think he'd said much before that.
There's a few lions that led to that.
Lions?
Yeah, lions.
No real
We may have
reason.
halfway there.
So how long does Brudall go on? Like, how many swings is he not
Like 4 or 5 swings, he's just gonna be like, "This card is stupid. Stop talking about it."
I will casually.
That card also isn't yours.
It learned its lesson. You can stop now.
I'm gonna kick it one more time and then walk
Roll
away.
attack.
17 plus whatever my other stuff is.
Oh, it's a decimated card now, isn't it?
He like kicks this, like perfectly the spot that he'd been hammering for like 15 seconds, and you watch as like the wood just splits in, and now not only is the wheel busted, but the side of his cart is busted as well.
So the axle is broken. Let's hope it's on the road. Doesn't come back and swing on us.
Sylvie's childhood cart?
You feel better, Brew?
Thorin's gonna turn
Yes.
to Matteo. Maybe you should stop him.
I'm glad you feel better.
I wish Jeremy were here.
Truegar runs forward and does this and says, "Counterspell, you can't Misty Step."
God, please tell me Truegar really did that.
I had that.
No, I'm seeing. That'd have been so great.
I didn't see it.
It's on camera. It's on camera.
I did see his fingers crossed.
See a whole
unfortunately.
session where everyone here that doesn't wield magic just pretends to do magic.
Makes me think of the YouTube video. Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! It gets you to see Brudall running around. Fireball! And people are just standing there. He's like, I fireballed you!
You're supposed to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Die! Any other RP outside? Cool.
And we've had too much RP outside.
So Oglen makes it to the door, and the guard opens the door and lets you in. And inside, you see a bunch of people talking, and you do see the seneschal that you guys met with last time,
Okay.
the one who actually escorted you from the inn to the villa.
Okay.
And he looks at you and says, "I was told that you were at the gate and you needed to speak to somebody, but that's pretty much all I was told. What can I do for you?"
Well,
I don't have a whole lot of time.
It's all right. I can make this brief. We just wanted to make ourselves available to you. We got a lot of folks here with healing magics. We can stand guard. I don't know whether you still need our services for the house war. Whether
So I'll
that's over.
stop you. Magic
Okay.
can't be used to heal these wounds.
Oh, I see. I see. I'm
They
trained.
have to take the natural course.
I'm trained more traditionally in physical medicine as well, from times as a young cleric.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm sure that we have much more skilled healers than you are.
Yeah, you're right. Forgive me. Let me get to what we can help you with. We at least owe the salon some amount of service in the house war for what he's done for us, giving us the griffins and what we need to make our way into the sands of the lost. So, is the house war over now that duel is completed? It looked like Salid fell.
Salid is dead, but Salon is not standing.
Oh, I see.
So, as far as the house war is concerned, it's on hold until he recovers or he dies. In which case, if he dies, it continues on to the next heads of house,
I see.
unless they choose to end it.
That's some shit right there. Hey, you two kids, you're in house war now.
Well, perhaps if it's
By the way, you hate them.
if it's all right with you, perhaps we could just stay the night, see how things are going here with the new son. If he's getting better, maybe we can hang around and help out. We do have this mission in the desert that is pressing upon our time, and we could easily return. But I don't want to leave our obligations unfulfilled, you understand? Salon's done a lot for us. Don't forget our debts.
So, according to Salon, your obligations have been fulfilled.
Oh, all right. Well, that is news to me. He's a very gracious man.
The last I heard, you were told to stop by on your way back to wherever you call home.
Oh, I see.
and he may have a job for you to do.
Okay. All right. Well, then, if you don't need our services presently, then the only thing I'd ask is one of the members of my party wrote this note. If you wouldn't mind giving this to Salon whenever he does wake up, we just want him to know that we're thinking about him, and we're gonna keep him in our prayers. Our car is gonna see him through this.
It's from our kindergarten
So you
class.
watch as he like opens it.
It's a macaroni letter.
It's like, all the E's are backwards. Crayon.
I love you, Salon.
You
Get
just-
well soon.
You are so good.
No, there are legit some P's that are capital because I'm just like, fuck it, Thorin doesn't know what he's doing.
And during this time, Oglen's thinking, I probably should have proofread that
My
letter.
favorite fucking part of this so far is, if you read this before we leave, we are happy to help, guard, or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever you need. The others are part of the World Walkers in Ageria. There's a guy named Jareth that handles the guild. Well, I'm sorry. There's like no fucking punctuation. That handles the guild stuff if you need someone to reach out to. We will not forget all the hell.
Help.
Oh, it's a really small hoop. Okay. All the help you gave us. May your life be long, and Alcar grace you for all your days. From the World Walkers and Thorin. P.S. Yeah, I'm not reading that. He like looks at, what is this bottom part? Oh wait, no, this is the guy that speaks giant. Fuck. So I have to pretend at least to know what the fuck that says. What does that mean?
Good luck with everything.
Okay. So he looks at you and says, tell the little guy that I appreciate the whole good luck thing.
All right.
I would give you the message in giant, but I don't know that you could actually convey it properly.
Oh, certainly not.
Either way, I'm to take you to receive the last of your payment.
Oh, all right. I'm ready to go now. And Oglen will follow him wherever
We
he's
saw him playing with
he's
these
leading.
brave.
So Oglen follows him.
So one less magic item's going to be given to the party.
The artificer's just like, you know what, actually,
Change my mind.
I think I like this one.
So he sends, you watch as he tells the guard to go bring the rest of the party.
Okay.
And do you follow him?
Yeah.
So he takes you to like, it's almost looks like a grain silo.
Okay.
Except there are a lot of bars in the windows.
Okay.
And roll perception.
Three. That's a mod 15.
Oglen's pretty sure that he sees like arcane runes engraved into the outside of this building around the bottom, and even like engraved into the stonework that is around the silo.
Okay. Wow, this is very impressive. Telling me that's full of everything you pay out to your friends and those that work for you. Wow, we gotta get ourselves something like this. He's looking.
Oh, there's not money in here. There's no
Oh.
coin in here.
Oh, okay. I was trying to imagine how's it not come out between the bars, right? Because there's like plenty of space for coins.
He just like looks at Oglen like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then you hear him mutter like an incantation, and the door like the runes on the outside of the door glow, and the door swings in.
Okay.
And as the door swings in, like the candles all light themselves. And Oglen sees like weapons and armor and cloaks and various things all like hanging.
Wow. They're all decorated with like the Albateel colors and
No.
insignia, just general. Okay. Okay. Wow. Well, this is gonna make what we have to do in the Sands of the Lost a lot easier. We'll be returning.
Oh, you don't get all of this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say how we even carrying all this.
I don't know what you think you did, but it certainly wasn't worth everything in here.
Well, I was gonna say this is you have a very gracious man that runs things here, but even this that'd be beyond.
So you can stop looking up. You could just look down, and he points like straight ahead to like the like not greatest looking things.
It's like the carnival prizes.
Yeah.
Like, you knocked two of them over.
And he says, yeah, no, those things are for people who do way more important things.
Oh, I see.
Or
So
just
we're
as
like-
bargaining chips. You and your companions will get to choose from a few of these things.
Well, that's more than we deserve. We're more than happy to help. Wow.
So you guys watch as the gate opens just enough for a guy to slip out, and he goes and talks to the guy who seemed to be in charge. And the guy who seemed to be in charge says, "You're being requested inside, all of you."
Thorin kind of pipes up and he kind of hurries over a bit.
Yeah. Sano follows shortly behind.
Brudall, no more Misty step. We're heading inside now.
Brudall, he prepares these stuff.
I'm gonna give Brudall a Misty Step spell just fucking because. One day he's just gonna Misty Step for real and be like,
Like a range of 10 feet or something.
Yeah.
5 feet.
It would actually be better to just walk, but
None of you who use magic or holy spells have explained to him how it works, so I decided he would try.
Tanner.
He's digging down deep.
Hey, buddy, you miss every shot you don't take.
And even then, you still miss him. So, the guard escorts you guys, and you see Oglen standing in the doorway of what looks like a grain silo, a very guarded grain silo. And you hear the party come up behind you.
All right. Hey, come in here, folks. Emotions them all in. So, did you want to go one at a time, or?
Cool, we're gonna take a break.
Oh, hey, all right. Boom. Break time.
Specifically to fuck you, Oglen.
Yeah, fuck you, guy. No, that's good.
Explain to me your deepest, darkest fears after the break.
After the break.
I want a single +1 arrow.
Just one. And just shoot it and then run and go pick it up. Shoot it, run and go pick it up.
I think that got to be the most disappointing thing as a ranger, is to just have a random normal ass bow, but your DM gives you a quiver of plus something arrows. Because
Welcome back! Sorry. I know people hate me. Hi.
no, I was gonna do it because I told him I would.
Oh, well, do you want
Maybe we
some?
could all
You're
do.
a fucking cuck.
Maybe we could
You're
all do
right.
it together.
I enjoy it.
We still have editing powers, so.
On 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Boom, boom, boom. No,
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same. You're right. We miss you, Jeremy.
It feels
Roll a d20 for me.
it feels cheap.
Not the same zoomer energy.
Was that 19?
I'm not on TikTok.
Sure. Oh, another one.
To be on TikTok.
Oh, that was really hard, Sam.
Doesn't want to be lumped
That was not
in with the
nice.
rest of
That's the
them.
only way he's gonna
I'm not
learn.
like other TikTokers.
You don't know Skylar very well.
I better do it again.
I don't know. It's really not nice to
I
assault
still
people,
use
Sam.
later. I know that's so old.
If he didn't want it, he'd say so.
Cool.
That line of reasoning's never gotten anybody in trouble.
I mean, there is some validity in that.
Instagram for the memes.
All right. So we're gonna skip the roleplay for a little bit
Okay.
because magic items.
Magic.
Magic.
Who has at least one magic item right now?
Other than the flask.
Oh, so actually,
That's
it's
my one.
literally only Brudall who's eligible for a magic item right now.
I don't have a magic item.
I don't have
You also do 3 times the amount of damage as everybody else at the table.
Yeah.
But still, I don't have a magic item.
Here, Oglen, hold this. I don't have a magic item.
Let me hold all this stuff.
Huh! Oglen's really got a lot of stuff now.
Right now.
He's got a chakram. Is that a spear and a sword?
Yeah, I can hold
Is
it.
that a staff?
Wow. If I turn
And everybody's like, I don't have anything. So, he lets you guys walk in and browse this little area. Everybody roll me percentile. You get to roll 2 sets of percentile dice.
The fact that this man is giving us more than what we already have is beyond the pale, and I want to thank him beyond all gratitude.
I'm honestly just using him as an excuse to give some magic items to you guys. Because I have failed in 10 levels to give you enough magic items
Yeah,
after
it's fucking
taking
griffins.
all 20 of them away.
I was gonna say that. It's fucking Griffins. I think that's pretty gamescape.
I've covered the spectrums. I got 17 and 84.
Anybody have higher than an 84? What do you have?
98.
Cool. You have a 98 now. You have an 84. Anybody else? Anybody have higher than a 98?
102.
You have 102 now. You have a 98.
When
Is the next highest 84? What is the highest after that?
81.
Higher than that?
Higher than me.
I got a 53.
You have an 83?
53. I said like 50 though.
I got a 77 on my highest one.
You should have only rolled once.
Oh, then I got a 14 on my one roll. Because the 77 was the second roll.
Why didn't you roll twice?
Because I was told to roll 2.
No, you weren't.
Well, maybe
I think
everyone
you
else
overheard
was.
that you roll at advantage.
That was you paying attention to somebody else.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be cool, Gordon.
No, you weren't. You were trying to be
Well, you
greedy.
failed.
I failed.
You failure.
How much health does
I'm going to
Oglen
have to turn my head around to be cool now.
Word to your mother.
Okay, I feel bad that I actually had to just see that. I want to burn my eyes out now.
Yeah, that's wiggity wacky, yo.
Yeah, I could like turn it to the side. And now
Whoa!
You won't leave it like
It's
that.
a PG recording.
So roll perception.
Yeah, this makes me uncomfortable.
The cool kids wear it inside out.
As Brudall is walking through this little aisle of things.
That's gonna be 17.
Nice.
So I roll a big die. Do I want to beat it?
Roll the little big die.
The little big die.
My first real roll of the night. That's amazing.
Instead of
I like that one better. So you notice a belt hanging on a hook.
I'm gonna walk over to the belt and start inspecting it.
Cool. Roll investigation.
It's just
I was just imagining, like, I had the belt of Paladin saying if that was the belt of halfling strength.
Belt of Halfling strength. It's actually a cursed item.
The belt of pixie strength. It's a cursed item.
As soon as you put it on, you can't even
No,
move.
see, I like halfling because then we could just look at Matteo and be like, why are you guys so weak?
It was a 5.
So the belt's really cool looking. It's got like flames on it.
Ah, now I can be a flame walker. Flame belter.
I like your outlook. Very positive.
I think the belt's gonna do fire damage to you.
What's so special about this belt?
Do you really just pick the belt up and start carrying it around?
I'm just like, it's still like hanging. I'm just kind of like moving.
You touched a magic item without
Yeah.
being
Yep.
directed to?
Yep.
Yeah.
For real? In a super magic secured vault?
Now's the time to flex your backup character.
So the guy notices Brudall take interest in the belt. He's like, ah, you like that, do ya?
Do I?
It's just that.
He like looks really confused. I don't know. Do you?
I mean, it looks cool, but I don't want it to like blow up or something.
I've never seen one of those do that.
I've seen stuff blow up before.
I've never seen a belt do that.
My staff will do that.
Yeah, but it's not a belt. That'd be a really awkward belt to wear, wouldn't it?
Be very
Hey, can I borrow your belt? Boom!
I mean, that happens with my staff.
The belt will make you really strong.
Kind of feel strong already. Like, what do you mean? Like, stronger than I'm already?
Yes.
Just Thorin say that. You hear Thorin like from you don't see him because there's people all around, but you hear in a very Thorin voice, yes. And it's almost like disbelief.
Followed by like a sip of kombucha, just like.
Brew's gotta literally like put it over his muscle. How?
Well, that's not how you wear a belt.
So you tell me. But this belt's right around here, and it's gonna make these stronger.
Well, it's not going to make them bigger, but yeah, you'll be able to do more things than you could before.
Hey, Oglen, can you explain how belts make people stronger?
Oh, yeah, sir.
He like rubs his temple. Magic. It's magic. It's all magic.
It's imbued with giant strength.
That's cool. That's awesome. I want this belt.
Does have giant runes on it?
Have yourself a belt of fire giant strength. Sets your strength to 25.
Boom.
Just straight sets it
25.
Just
to
25.
25. Yeah.
Just straight 25. No big deal.
I mean, there are 2 better belts than that.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Haycon and it's
Storm and Cloud, I think,
Yeah.
are the next 2.
I had Cloud.
Cloud is 29. Storm is 27, I think.
It's the other way around. Storm's 29. Cloud is 27.
Doesn't matter. They're
Is it?
better than his.
Yeah, because that's what you gave me.
all.
Yeah.
Cloud
Yeah.
giant strength.
Brudall wasn't.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve to be too strong.
Moderately strong guy now.
Might be the strongest one in the party.
If I had a strength of 17 in real life, I'd be like half Thor Bjornsson right now. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I rolled a lot of just weapons and armor, and not even super special, awesome armor. It's literally just bullshit armor, which means that most of it's not even going to fit any of you.
Woo! Time to give it to my new companion that I picked up off the street. Hey, does this armor fit you? Congratulations, you're on the team.
You're my backup character now.
It's like Cinderella for armor.
So Thorin pushes his way in between people, and he gets into the room, and Brudall's kind of just standing there looking at the belt, and as you're looking at the belt, you see the flames on the belt, they kind of shift and move a little bit.
Oh, that's fancy. I like that.
And the Seneschal looks at Thorin and says, I suppose you're next.
Sure.
So what does Thorin do?
Well, I suppose I should take a good look around to see if anything catches my interest.
While you do that, Brew's going to put the belt on and start doing push-ups.
I assume you already put it on. Why does it keep giving me bullshit?
That's a 19 perception.
I honestly don't remember asking for a roll.
Bada beam. Bada.
Well, last time when Oglen was like, "Do I see anything?" He's like, "You haven't rolled yet."
Still didn't ask. God.
Eager beaver.
Gonna be honest, you're not gonna get anything super amazing because you have a pretty amazing weapon.
I'm fine.
Do the modifier at 25.
Say again?
Honestly, if it's if it's like a role-playing item or like a utility item, I'm fine with that.
That particular belt you're wearing.
I have to look up because I wrote things down, but I literally didn't write down a description of a couple of these items.
You see what I'm saying? It does not set your strength. It does not set your strength to 25. It literally makes everything you have plus more all that 25.
What?
Are you talking?
It sets your strength to 25.
Okay.
Whatever your strength is, it
Yep.
becomes 25 as long as you're wearing a belt. And as long as you are not in an anti-magic field.
Okay.
So the mod is plus.
So your mod also
7.
changes to a plus
Plus
7.
seven.
Minus 7.
That's what I was trying to understand was what the mod was.
Oh, in
That would
that
have been
case,
so broken.
I misunderstood the question, and I'm sorry.
Hey, you're grappled. I even have to roll on you the plus 25.
What was your perception roll?
19.
Thorin is
Plus 7.
attracted to...
Yeah, plus 7.
Goats.
Honestly, we're going to skip you.
Okay.
Because it was goats.
No. None of
Find
these
a
feel
goat amulet
appropriate
and
for
it's just a
Thorin.
whistle.
Okay.
So we're going to skip you. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
You find the one.
You can just say
mundane
like
item.
Thorin comes to the front, yeah, and then he's like,
Thorin gets distracted. You watch as Thorin walks up and he gets distracted and just stares around for a little bit. And the guy kind of stands there, waits, and Thorin doesn't move. So he looks at the group and is like, "So who's next?"
I guess that would be me. I think so.
Okay.
Go on, my son.
Can I look around for like any like jewelry?
No, you can just roll perception.
Okay.
Hold your chakram out in front of you.
Like
Hold up
kind
and
of
see
weird.
where your chakram leads you to.
Or just throw it on the wall, whatever it sticks through you pick.
How fucking cliche was that just now?
At least he didn't say, "Father, guide my sword."
18.
Put it on your finger, spin it around. Whatever is
Like a
right
fucking
front of
fidget
the
spinner.
18.
He goes like this, and it just cuts his hand wide open.
Hmm.
Sacrifice.
Sano's pretty useless. I guess he doesn't need anything good.
Give him an enchanted frying pan.
Yo. That doesn't need a fire.
It's like
Just
the it's like
like,
the
it
shot
just
from if
auto
you throw it,
heats.
it
It's
returns
like a hot
back to
plate.
you.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
No, it wouldn't. That would be depressing. Your fucking magic item doesn't even do anything to fight people with.
I mean, if it came down to it, I could definitely rest it on somebody's face.
It's like, all right, 10 to 15 minutes, we'll have this at a nice sear.
I had a list of things, and then you guys
Just
started
golden
rolling,
brown,
and it just
bitch.
doesn't feel right. Oh, actually, what is that shit called?
I feel like we should roll for Matteo and just give him a book. It's a magic book that the pages, after you read them, they disappear.
Book of approximate knowledge.
Books
You
that
see,
useless facts.
A coin purse sized pouch just hanging on a hook. It kind of draws your attention, and you're not sure why.
I look
Oh,
at
no.
I kind of look at it and hold it, and I'm just like inspecting the strings. Like, what color are the strings? Out of curiosity. I don't know. I'm just trying.
Blue?
Oh,
Blue strings.
I like blue.
A color? Oh.
Favorite color. What's this bag do? And I asked the gentleman who's guiding us around in here.
He looks at you. Well, the bag doesn't really do anything. It's what's in the bag that does things.
What's in the bag?
And he takes it off the hook and he opens it and he shows you inside. And he says, and it's like a reddish brown dust. And he says it's a seasoning for food.
And I just grab it. Well, I would not like, okay, I like reach out and like to try and grab it. I'm just gonna put my hand back, like just reach out and be like, "Huh? Can I have it, please?"
May I?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and he like closes it and hands it to you.
Then just gently puts it in his back pocket. Thank you. Just,
Oh, okay. He's visibly confused. Like, do you not want to know what it does?
If he doesn't, the rest of us would.
Hey, I heard it was seasoning. I heard it might taste good. We'll find out.
Thorin pipes up. If he doesn't, we do.
You may want to know what it does.
What does it do?
So take notes.
Uh-oh.
Seasoning of everlasting poison.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't want to know what it does. Here, teammates, try all of this.
Oh, this is delicious! In 6
So
hours,
I'm
you're
letting you
gonna
know
be
this
exhausted.
is going to be like pretty hardcore RP, right? You're gonna have to
Okay.
work to make this useful for yourself.
Okay.
And I'm just straight gonna steal it from Critical Role
Okay.
because it's the dust of deliciousness.
I remember that.
Excuse me.
Okay.
It greatly improves the flavor of whatever you put it on first. Just makes it taste like the bomb.
The wagon bomb.
This is gonna be better than that, Gnome.
I mean, it depends how he uses it.
Okay.
And it causes disadvantage on wisdom checks and saving throws for 1 hour. So don't use it on the food that you feed your party members.
Or do.
And in the bag, there are 3 servings. And at dawn on the next day, 1d4 minus 1 servings are generated in the bag, not to exceed 3 servings.
Hmm.
And just to make sure this can't be broken, like if you remove the seasoning from the pouch, you can't stash it in another pouch, correct?
I should have
No.
put the belt back.
It's bound to the pouch.
I regret my
Because
decision.
I could just see people like emptying 3
This is
servings
fun.
and waiting
Whatever
for the
you
next
get
day
your
with 3
next
servings.
take off.
Yeah, if you dump it out, it's just
Call
that's it.
It's
Right?
something
It
fake.
loses its magic.
It's a
and
fake
it's not
knowledge.
put
You
on
get
food.
free
It's got to
Misty
be put
stuff.
on food. Like,
Am I
In some
allowed to
point.
have that?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't put it
No,
in like
yeah,
a piece
no,
of whey
fine.
bread and hold that bread for like 12 hours or something.
Multi-race.
But the magic in
Say that's your other
the
half.
wisdom
You
part
finally discovered it.
is only good for an hour. Like if you have it on the bread for an hour at 61 minutes, it's not magical anymore. The bread's still gonna taste amazing because of the dust, but it won't
fetch with
fuck with wisdom saving
the
throws.
story.
oh, that means it
So that means I should just make a bunch of jerky, right?
Just write a journal entry and then you can make
It
it.
still
a
loses
written
its
movie.
magical.
I think
That's the
he's
point.
saying like to make it delicious for the party.
Yeah, doesn't confer any benefits to them though.
Well,
It just tastes good.
does it have benefits, or is it it's just the,
No, it just tastes good.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So even when you nat one, we'll be fine.
Or you'll at least like it.
If you can get a creature to eat the entirety of the serving of dust, they become susceptible to persuasion by Sano.
But you won't do the cinnamon challenge.
Oh. Been there, done that.
Delicious.
Never again.
Here's a margarita. I put my special sauce on it and make sure it'll
At work, we did the cinnamon challenge, but we mixed it with meat glue. Yeah.
I've never heard.
What kind of fucking retard shit is that? Oh,
You're not hardcore enough until you use Gorilla
This
Glue.
is the first time I've ever
You put it on your hair.
heard the phrase meat glue.
It bonds to the proteins.
Okay.
I prefer baby batter, but I'm just letting you guys know.
Baby better.
Meat glue is a genuine improvement, yeah.
All right.
Baby formula challenge.
It's the meat glue to create, twins. That's what I'm saying.
It's used when you want to take 2 tinier steaks and put them
You
together
good?
to make a larger one.
You ever done the sea monkey challenge?
It doesn't mean
No
you can't,
South Park references at my
make
table.
it rare or
Who had the next
medium.
highest after an
At
81?
that point,
I believe I did it.
Or what was your roll? A 71?
Mine,
You've now got
80,
bacteria
it was an
inside.
81.
Middle.
Yeah, who had next highest after 81?
53.
And it has to be like a
Cool. Ash walks in and looks
soulless,
around.
actually. You have to say hey, this is made out of 2 pieces. You can't just be like, oh.
You can roll perception.
I didn't want to roll without you saying you can roll. Ooh, I got a 28.
Wow, damn.
Don't want you to have that.
Okay. It's the hat, wasn't it? It was the hat.
It's the astral arrow.
The head of feathers.
That horrible.
The horse killer arrow.
Arrow of instant kill. Can kill any large to medium beast.
No, you've heard of the astral arrow.
So hanging on the wall in the back, you see a bow.
Oh, I do now.
Oh, I do.
Okay. What does this bow look like?
You're really gonna make me tell you what it looks like? I don't know. Whatever.
I'm
you
excited, Gordon. Of course I want to know what it was. Is it made of wood?
It is not. Are you gonna touch it? Pick it up?
No, because I learned my lesson from people saying, don't touch it yet. So, what is it made of?
You're not sure.
I'll ask
It's
him.
the mechanic they put in the
Excuse me,
game. It's
this
like,
bow,
oh no.
what's it made of? It doesn't look like wood.
He comes in and takes it off. It's made from the heart of a god,
The... Which god?
or at least that's what they say. I don't know.
Oh, should I be worried about touching it?
I don't know.
I
Are
don't
you
want
gonna
to.
shoot yourself with it?
I don't want to invoke the wrath of
I
a
mean,
god.
you shot one of the horses once.
The flesh and the sinew of a god.
He takes it and you watch as he draws the string, and when the string's fully drawn, an arrow appears in the string.
Is it an arrow of light?
It's kind of like almost looks like moonlight.
So, what does this bow do?
Reminds me of the cartoon.
It's the bow of Kortalak.
Portalok.
Kortalak. Why are you taking notes? It's not your item.
Oh yeah, no.
Here's
just
the
in
thing.
case I have to do the recap next week.
He'll watch the video and take notes anyway, so he might as well take notes now.
And it does.
You gotta roll a d4. That's really.
One.
You rolled a 1.
A 1.
You have to re-roll because you can't do a -1.
Nice.
A 3.
It's a +2 bow.
You'll never guess how I spelled cord at lock.
Well, it's Cortelloc.
Well, I was close then.
And it generates its own ammunition.
So good.
So good. So good. Now that I got you.
And the arrows that it fires travel up to 600 feet, and they generate dim light
As they're doing it. Ooh,
as
tracer
they're
around.
traveling.
Yeah, tracer around.
600 feet.
Yeah, it's normal bow range, or normal longbow range. Oh, speaking of which, you can't use your longbow while you're mounted on the griffin.
Gotta throw them spears.
Guess I'll just have to jump off and use my short sword.
What did I say? +2, and it generates its own ammunition.
Yes. And it produces dim light.
Okay, that's all you know about it right now.
This is
Okay.
all I'm imagining.
Yeah, except it's more like blue-white.
I now have a
Then-
+20 to hit.
That's a big bow.
That is damn fucking
An
skippy.
old school cartoon.
Yeah.
Almost impossible to miss.
Almost.
So the D&D cap.
I was banking on you rolling lower than a 25, by the way, so I didn't have to give you that.
So I didn't have to give you that.
You should have given Oglen the bow, and I would have gotten plate mail.
Yeah,
So
they
you
can
could
start
have given
calling
him
me.
an arrowhead of
Start
total
calling me
destruction.
Oglen.
The whistle of horse commanding.
The whistle of horse command.
That's kind of what it looked like. That's not what the bow it looks like, but that's like what you can
I'm
imagine the
showing him.
effect.
Showing him the arrowhead of total destruction.
Who had the next roll?
Jesus.
Well, his roll was what, 82?
53.
Destroying an entire tempo radius.
What was your-
I was 14.
So yeah, that's what happens when you.
They
Does
just
the
create a
Adam's
mini
number.
black hole, is basically.
That's what I showed him.
42?
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't. No, you can F right off. If you come at me with that shit like you're some kind of genius engineer, I'm gonna laugh at you. It wouldn't actually work that way anyway.
Yeah, that's a real rickety level.
Yeah, that's what I.
First of all, it's not even aerodynamic.
That's what you wrote down. Almost like the blue.
It is an arrow.
I was
You're
thinking
asking
Warrior's bow.
for it to be treated the same way as
That's
an
a
arrow,
javelin.
with like an inch-wide arrowhead and fletching on it to help stabilize its flight, and you want me to let you shoot that? No.
Throw out like one of those stick grenades. Granada.
So, Truegar steps forward
Yes.
and steps into like this aisleway. Roll perception.
Plain old perception, because Truegar is an incredibly perceptive motherfucker.
Oh, the perception still.
That's right.
With a
Perception.
9.
Total?
Modified 9.
18.
That's depressing.
Truegar is so unperceptive that he's thinking of maybe he should just bow out graciously.
He's thinking about the crab rave I got my book.
Truegar can re-roll.
Oh, thank
The
you.
crab rave. Oh, that's right. Okay. I forgot about the crab rave.
Modified 13.
Truegar notices a rather humdrum shield hanging on the wall. It doesn't really look all that impressive, but for some reason he finds it interesting.
I had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Why are you laughing like that?
Because when you said a real humdrum shield, I imagined a shield with a face on it that was just like, it's like doing accounting or something. Something really boring.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Find something sharp and stab yourself.
I could
I don't have any pencil. Wrong side. I must want to live.
So what have you done?
The shield is attracting me. I think to myself, oh, this is a really odd.
I mean, there are really nice weapons in here, but you already have a really nice weapon. You don't really think anything in here could come close to competing with your spear. But the shield is interesting.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I do remember that my shield has seen a lot of battle, nicks, dings, and scratches, and I see this shield is not nearly as scratched up, and I approach it.
Okay.
Palm forward, touch the shield.
Should have dual wield shields.
Nothing happens when you touch it.
I look back at the seneschal and say, is it okay if I have the shield?
Well, yeah, it's just an enchanted shield. Doesn't really do anything special, but somehow it keeps people alive longer. Roll D4.
I'm going to roll the d4 that you gave me.
Don't do that.
That would be a 3.
It's a +2 shield.
Oh. +2 to my AC, or +2 to a different stat?
Oh.
And it's a +2 to the shield's AC, which makes it a +5 shield. Should put you at like 22 or 23 AC when you're in your actual
If
plate.
The crab
if I'm wearing plate armor, it would give me a
23.
yes, 23.
Wow.
You need to prepare a shield of faith, you know. Stack this guy out, make him a tank. Dual wield and shields.
You could always cast it on him.
+3. So
Oh
it's
yeah, I could learn that spell, couldn't I?
No.
Oh. Actually,
There's a-
technically.
So normally shields give you a +2 to your AC, but this is a +3, so it gives me so 8.
Not the +2.
Wait. Oh yeah, no, it would be a +4 total. My bad. My bad.
+4.
Shields are a +2 by default.
Yeah.
So it'd be a +4 shield. The shield total would be a +4 to your AC, but it's a +2 shield.
Gotcha. So
It's
+2.
shield +2.
So it's 3 shields.
Shield. The 2 little shields that come
Shield
out
on
to the
my
side.
left hand, shield on my right hand, and then a shield on my head. It's got like this helmet thing where I just headbutt.
No, I just imagine a round shield, and there's 2 like little cross guards coming off with 2 tiny shields.
Just looks like Hammond at this point.
I grasp the shield, hug it, and pet it, gently, and I move back close to the door while everyone else does their thing. You're gonna keep me
That's a little creepy.
You're gonna make sure I find my husband faster.
It's straight up creepy.
While still doing push-ups, I say, "Oh, he's got a thing for shields."
So I think we're at Oglen now.
Yeah. Getting that 14, boys. Don't worry.
What are you talking about?
That 14 I rolled on the percentile dice.
Okay, now I straight up didn't ask you for a roll 3 minutes ago.
No, his initial perception roll.
An initial percentile that
Percentile,
determined
yeah.
the order that we went in.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, roll perception.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the one that you got me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know the fuck you have not been sitting there.
Mod 14. Not
Oh,
bad. Not bad.
guess you did roll a 14.
Hey. Oh, hey. I didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice.
Huh.
Should call your rolls more often.
Son of a bitch.
There's really not a whole lot I can give Oglen that he already can't do. He already does the most damage out of everyone.
If you could give him self-worth.
But he could do more!
Each time he has a nightmare of a demon, he has to
I just
summon it
watched
in real
Wonder
life.
Woman.
That would be
As an ally for 24
That would
hours.
be terrifying.
It follows him around on the shoulder like, Oglen,
Now we have to
kill
listen.
somebody.
No, we ain't got time for that. That's the last.
Hey, Oglen, you want to go into fetal position right now?
I do, but we don't have time for that either.
You get the Ring of Sweet Dreams. It means you can no longer tell when you're falling asleep.
Yes, man.
So everything just kind of loses reality to you. Making your dreams horrible.
Monocle of demon sight.
I have to tell you, your random roll is actually really scary because it rolled Holy Avenger.
Oh, well.
I don't think I'm giving you that.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it
holy
would be
die,
bad,
fuck.
right? Because Oglen can't use swords without disadvantage.
Well, I mean, I would homebrew it to turn into
Maybe a
to be a flail. Well, no, it would be a sword when you grabbed it, but after you claimed it, it would morph into a flail.
Transformers.
Yeah, to be honest, you're not going to get a Holy Avenger at level 10.
Yeah, that seems fair. I don't think
The
that's...
lesser Holy Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, no offense.
Yeah.
The average
Who's
Avenger.
the holiest Avenger? My guess is Captain America.
Captain America.
The Sword of Holy Avenger.
I mean, wouldn't it be
Doctor
Thor?
Strange.
Literally God. A God.
But is he holy?
Did you say Thor?
I mean, Vision's technically the only one with a hole in him right now.
There's a lot of holes.
Doctor Strange, maybe?
Are you trying to say which of the Avengers is a god?
No,
No,
holiest.
holy.
Who's
The
the
holiest?
holiest? Who's the holiest
I mean,
Avenger?
None of
That's
them
why
are
I'm going
really
with Doctor
divine,
Strange,
right?
because like he's
They're all
mystical.
like tech. And
I say Wanda, technically, right? Like Scarlet Witch, because she can literally bend reality.
But she's literally a witch.
But who loves Jesus the most?
Wouldn't that be Steve Rogers?
Yeah,
That
I
would be
think it's
Steve
probably...
That's what I was saying.
Really interesting because Scarlet Witch got her powers from the Mind Stone, not the Reality Stone. So why is she so able to manipulate reality so quickly? Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Because they're rewriting it to be mutants now that they own them. They don't fucking care.
No, they don't. For the same reason why the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show deviated from the movies so much. And
Kevin Feige did deem those shows non-canon.
he did. And that's why
And I think they're just retconning Age of Ultron right now. I honestly think that's what they're doing.
There was an interview with the writers of the show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and they were asked, "Oh, what do you think about this new movie?" And the movie writers looked down upon the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show and said, "What now?" Like the writers of the movies don't know that these shows exist.
Yeah.
They don't, and I feel so bad for them because Phil Coulson, great. I don't know what the actor's name is, even though I should.
I love that character.
He's so good, and he deserves more, but he's not given more because the writers of the movie look down and go, "What's this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is that a comic book? Yeah, it must be a comic book. Yeah, no, it's a fucking ABC show, you motherfuckers." And
Technically cinematic.
I mean,
And it's in your universe, so pay attention.
do you want a bow?
Not really.
I feel bad for
You should transition into a
But then you
bow
can
fighter.
Court will learn better. Just put on your fancy bow.
There we go. You can wear my bow.
the fact they're not canon
I think-
annoys the
I'm gonna be
hell.
honest,
I
I'm gonna
think
have to put some
anything
thought
that's not
into
on
yours.
Disney
Okay,
Plus is
that's
just
just
they're
fine.
just pretending it doesn't exist.
Unless you just want like a +2 1 or 2
Kinda like the
weapon.
Supergirl show on,
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Saying
Flash,
that it's something,
crossover.
and we'll
They
come
don't
back to it.
exist in the Zack
Okay.
Snyder universe.
Same for you. I'm gonna have to put some thought into it. I want it to feel right, right? Like a shield feels right for Truegar. I don't even remember what that fucker. Oh, a belt feels right for Brudall. Though I regret giving it to him now because he wanted to fucking put it on his bicep.
It's okay. I regret taking it because I should have grabbed something that gives me Misty stuff.
Yeah.
There was an item.
God damn it. Don't say that.
Yeah, there was.
The earring of Misty stuff.
And Sano got monosodium glutamate.
I'm writing a note now that when we come back
Did you see his face when he said it? Like that realization.
Wait.
The realization, like, oh my god, I did.
Holy shit!
I got MSG.
They call it Tasty Flakes where I'm
Tasty
from.
flakes.
No, I did MSG.
Actually,
Oh, I did MSG.
But there's just Brudall, like,
so you watch as I'm just gonna DM power your shit. You don't get a choice. Go fuck yourself. Fuck your player agency.
You shake
That's
weight?
right. Shake weight that shit. Double fist that dick.
Easy skiing.
So, you watch as Oglen walks into the room, and he doesn't really seem enthused by much, and he grabs a sword and looks at the guy and says, "What's this?" The guy looks at him, "It's just a really good sword." Oglen says, "Okay, I'll take that." And as Oglen's walking away, the sword kind of, like, changes shape into a two-handed flail. Roll a d4. And it's got, like, that glow that every time Alcar's interacted with something.
One. It wasn't one. And then he hit it and it went to a 3. That was very kind. He almost didn't see that if I wouldn't have said it.
You said it, though.
I did say it.
his
You
honesty
can trust
should
me
be
to be
rewarded.
You can trust me to be honest in all things.
I should reward him for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't even have a 1, just 1 minus 1. No.
Yeah, you have to re-roll anyway.
Oh, god damn it.
1 minus 1 is 0.
Yeah, you're right. That's math.
That's basic math.
That's math. Yo, that's another one.
That's
All right,
basic
third
math.
time's a charm. I haven't given up on you,
If
dice.
you roll it a third time, you're just gonna get a +1.
Hey.
Did you roll it a
It's a
third
4.
time? Okay, that's a +3 flail.
Hey,
Two-handed flail.
all right.
Because Oglen definitely needed that.
Yeah, that's right.
Says the guy that just got a fucking bow that makes its own
Hey,
ammunition.
Hey,
I
Oglen.
know, like I'm really appreciative of Annabelle, and I'm looking over at Ash going, "You should appreciate."
Hey,
your
Oglen.
I got
What's your
solid.
hit? What's your
Did you name
hit,
your
bro?
shield to Annabelle?
I think he did!
19? Oh, it must suck to be you.
Because at first I thought he was talking about like the doll, and I'm like, "Oh, that doesn't make sense."
Well, my very first foster dog was called Annabelle, so I'm going to name my shield Annabelle.
My belt's name is Awesome Belt.
Awesome belt.
My bow's name is
Awesome.
I'm
Clyde.
disappointed because they shut down the occult museum, so you can no longer go
I'm
see
gonna need you,
Annabelle.
all the stuff I told you about your dust of deliciousness, I'm gonna need you to send me that information in a Facebook message
PDF
so that I
where
can
you
add
get
it
a
to my
0 on
notes
the
later.
assignment.
Alright.
You don't have to do it right now, just at some point before next week.
Okay.
As for Thorin, I had a spark of inspiration that I would like to look up first. As to
Okay.
make sure I'm not giving you something ridiculous.
I mean, it's Thorin. He's ridiculous.
Give him the Wabbajack.
The Vorpal Blade.
The Vorpal Blade.
Go sneaker snack.
The Schnibberty Wibbits.
I thought about giving you a meme item, to be honest. The robes of comfort.
It just has a big floating beanbag chair that goes everywhere.
It was gonna be robes with a pillow in the hood. That's literally all it was gonna be. You get short rest wherever
Short rest
you
while
want.
you're walking.
That's literally what I was gonna do too. I was so thinking about it. So you watch as Thorin walks around, and he goes over to like a shelf. It looks like there's like cloaks and shit like folded up on him. He grabs like this red and black thing and pulls it off, and it just like falls. And it's like maybe an inch too long for him to be comfortable in. Like he would definitely have to like hike it up a little bit or have it hemmed.
Oh no, the robe of uncomfort.
The robe of slight inconvenience. And the guy steps in. He's like, "Oh, those are pretty old battle robes." And Thorin's like, "Oh, cool. Okay, what do they do?" And he looks at you and says, "Well, they're really comfy. Or that's what I've been told. They can protect you pretty well. So your AC is 14 plus your dex with these robes on.
Okay.
Is that better than what you have?
No.
What do you have?
14 plus my dex.
With what?
Uh,
Some kind of leather armor.
yeah, I got the hide armor.
Hide armor is not 14 plus your dex.
It's 11.
It's like 11 plus your dex.
Yeah, if it is high. Do you mean the desert elf armor that we got in preparation for going into the desert?
He didn't get any.
You didn't get
No.
it? Okay.
Well, now you have cool robes.
Well, now you got them cool robes.
I still have my deal.
Even studded leather's only 12 plus your dex.
It's kind of like, I was thinking of a mask.
Do you have something that you're not accounting for?
In the intro,
I must.
where he used to scare
Either that or it
you
could be
with
something
the-
from like the library.
Okay, you wear it, and when you drop to 0 hit points, you get revived at 1 hit point.
What's your
And
AC right now?
spells aren't powered,
Mm,
but you win.
14 plus my dex would be
It's kinda like
16.
you're revived at
Rather
1
than
hit
going
point, but like your class.
Yeah, there's no way you could have a 14
But you
from any
That is
item.
cool.
have
Yeah.
the power.
You need like studded
Especially if you're
leather
a
plus 2.
backliner. You get one
Studded,
shot of
yeah,
laser,
plus
and
2
they're
studded
like,
leather would be 14.
Okay.
Fireball, yeah.
But look at this, you got this new item and now you don't have to erase
Yeah.
anything.
So it's 14 plus your dex.
Alright.
You get advantage on stealth rolls.
I don't know why the Hustis mask made me think of that.
It's a good show to reference. It really is.
What I had in my
Mechanically, I would be
Okay.
important because it gives the person.
And you get a +1 to your spell attack modifier and your saving
The other
throw
one would be
threshold.
You put it on its action and you cast Fear at the lowest level.
Everyone around.
But you have to at the.
And we're gonna leave it at that for now. I may adjust it later
Okay.
if I feel it's underwhelming. And the proper name of your robes are the Battle Robes of Rishdolphin.
I'm gonna spell this one right.
Yeah, it sounds like wrist dolphin, doesn't it?
That's what I was gonna put. Robes of wrist dolphins. It's just like Spider-Man, but you shoot. These little dolphins come
Instead
out.
of webs, they're like echolocation.
I'm gonna grasp upon this high rise to swim further.
That was really accurate.
That was a really good dolphin impression.
Any of you guys
Someone's
play Echo
gonna
the
love-
Dolphin?
Damn, I didn't realize I was in the aquarium right now.
Any of you guys play Echo the Dolphin for the Sega Genesis? Oh, one guy.
If I did, I don't remember it.
Sega Genesis Boomer.
Did you
showing.
just say?
Your boomer showing.
I'm 37. I won't. Well,
Boomer
tomorrow.
show.
You mean his millennial is showing?
Yeah, I'm a very old millennial. I'm one of the first millennials. So
1981.
I was born in '84.
Doing it before it was cool.
So yes,
I was a millennial before I knew I was a millennial.
Hey, at least I know what a Sega Genesis is.
Hey, here's the thing: anyone born before me was not a boomer. They're a Gen Xer.
1981 is the first year of millennials.
And what year? You were saying?
1981.
81? Okay. Are there any Gen Xers here?
My mom refuses to
Justin, I think.
Justin?
I think Justin's 42. I think Justin's older than I am for sure.
Shit, I always pegged him for a guy that was like...
Actually,
You
is
always
he older than
pegged
me?
him for a guy.
Well, I mean, I was... Yes, I was... I almost joined a sex cult.
Are you
Yeah.
Almost just a sex cult.
And so I pegged Justin quite often.
Yeah, nobody here is older than me. I think it's Justin is older than me. I think. I could be wrong. I could be the oldest
So
fucker at this
Justin
table.
could be... He's
That's
one
depressing.
of the youngest Gen Xers out there.
Daddy Golden. Can we play the game? Oh no, not again.
I will throw it at you. I swear to fucking God, I will. I swear to all of the gods that have ever existed and will exist.
The ones I made.
The ones I made, the ones the Greeks made, the ones the Romans made, the Egyptians, all of them. I'll throw this fucking rock at you.
And will you hit him with the rock?
Richard
Yeah.
doesn't have a
With
very
like
high
6
AC.
feet, with 6 feet up between us, I'm like 98%.
Oh, but it is a
certain
range
I will.
attack and it is close range, so you have to roll.
6 feet. I'm outside of 5 feet.
Disadvantage.
No, we're more than 5 feet apart. I'm good. You don't think I could hit
He's
him?
not
with
an
that?
Earth
Someone
Lady.
got the measuring tape.
You don't think I could hit him with that?
I have no doubt.
I
Bet?
have no doubt.
Bet?
No. For
One.
his sake, no.
Thanks, Skylar. Good looking out.
So we'll pretend that the other two searched, looked, and all that good stuff, and I'll do that next week if they both make it. I've done everybody, right? Everybody got something? A little something,
so.
something? Everybody's satisfied with what they got?
Just the deliciousness.
I can't wait to go home and tell
Hearing
my
that there was
parents
a
I got
Misty step
busted
item.
There's not anymore.
He'll come back for it. We gotta come back out of this
Got
desert.
superior
Guess
salt.
what? I got a plus 2
Sounds like a
health,
threat.
And
I'll be back.
Richard, he got a plus 3 for
What's
that.
a-
And
Well,
Will
it's
got
like a
plus 2
light
shield.
red
And it was like so amazing.
Oh, is this like a mesquite seed?
Are you telling me you want me to tell them that they weren't here so that they don't get anything?
No, I was going to tell
Oh my god. Jeremy would cry inside. I could just lord that over him though and get whatever I want out of his game on Tuesday.
Yo, Jeremy, you're the DM right now, but I'm the DM later.
Everybody's good with what they got? No, for real. If you're not good with what you got, like this is kind of like me trying to catch up on your items because I didn't realize that there were people who had no magic items whatsoever.
No, that's fine.
As a privileged white male.
I think Will has 3 now.
And that's why I didn't mind nobody else getting that.
If I can't have it, no one can.
At least he's honest. At least he's honest.
That sounds like someone else's problem.
I love how fucking casually he said it too.
kid.
He was so fucking chill about it. It was, god damn.
I'm the Ted Cruz of magic items. Hey, dude, I got tons of privilege. Why the fuck should I care about anyone else?
Hey, housework. I'm done Nigeria for the weekend.
All you have is the belt. All you have is the bow. All you have is the flail. Thorin has the staff, the robe, and the wand, right?
Yes.
Sano has the chakram and the seasoning, the MSG.
Well, technically you said it was red.
You drove to Nigeria, he's like, why are you
MSG
here?
can be whatever
Isn't
fucking
there
color
something
you
going
want.
on in the desert? You're like,
Add food
fine,
color
I'll
into
go
that
back.
shit, you'll be fine.
My daughters. I'm here for my
generates
daughters.
this.
Didn't you leave your horse in Lauren's gate?
I'm here for my daughters.
Roll a d4 for me.
I was just trying to be a good soldier.
Oh, actually, don't do that. It would just be depressing for you to do right now.
I realized I was wrong.
Alright.
I will go
So
back
the
to
guy,
where I'm
the guy looks at you guys and says, "Okay, well, it looks like everyone's gotten something. It's time to leave." And he like ushers you guys out. Does anybody not go out willingly?
I go out willingly.
Yeah, more than happy to
I
be
go out
ushered out.
super willingly.
So willingly. With much gratitude. We really appreciate
Guys,
it.
watch as Thorin goes out and he's popping his collars.
We really
Just
appreciate
eyeing
it.
Matteo and be like, I'm better than you now.
And we'll be sure to stop back in as soon as we're done with what we need in the desert. And if you ever need us to come back early, just reach out with some magic and we'll do what we can. Thank you very much.
As everyone else has left, I'll pop up for my push-ups and go Misty step and go out of the silo. And then as I get out of the silo,
He like grabs your shoulder
oh damn!
and he like leans in. That's not how that works.
Could you show me how it works?
Unless you know how to use magic, you can't do magic.
I want to know how to do magic.
Well, that sucks.
That sucks.
Because you can't do it.
Because you rolled a fighter, bro.
I'll position myself so that he cannot see me, but the aide can, and I'll be like,
This time you Misty step, I'm gonna cast invisibility on you.
Oh, actually, maybe right before you do that, I was gonna lead into him aggressively, be like, watch me.
Like you just like lean in. And... Cool. Roll a charisma saving throw.
Sorry, please. 16 plus nothing.
So everybody else kind of walked away. Truegar watches as like Brudall goes, and the guy goes, and Brudall vanishes. And the guy looks at Truegar and says, "I guess you learned Misty Step." And Brudall, like, everything disappears around him, and like you're in like this super gray like demi-plane. It's like there's nothing. And then like a few seconds later, you pop back into existence in the same spot you were. And the guy's standing there looking at Truegar, and Truegar is standing there looking at you.
and I say the words, "Don't fuck with Brudall again."
Do you say that?
To the guy that was standing in front of Brudall.
Is that really what you want to say?
It sounded intimidating.
That did sound super aggressive, bro.
I meant it to be more like, yeah, humor him.
Man, I guess I was wrong. You learned how to Misty Step.
Yeah.
Brudall is shook.
Now, don't the folks normally like come back in a different place? Maybe that's the next level.
Still working on the kinks power, you know?
Yeah. Well, hey, you'll get it. You'll get it.
He's got so much raw energy, he can't control it yet.
Yeah, that's right. Baby steps. Misty steps. Misty baby steps.
Next time you're in that misty dimension, hold your hand right.
done.
Can you
I
see your
quit
right
it.
hand?
Yeah, I don't know how long you
That went
thought
too
you were
far.
gone, but it was
Episode
only like
title.
a second or two. For
Misty
me.
baby steps.
My God. Yes, it was
Actually,
crazy.
the title is going to be Misty Step.
So much
Whoosh, whoosh,
stuff.
whoosh.
I saw people.
It's actually going to be the title of the episode. Misty Step, whoosh, whoosh.
Whoosh, whoosh. So good.
Got 2 titles in a row.
All right.
New record.
So, safe to assume that we're led all the way back out of the villa entirely
Okay.
to like where we saw all the guards posted by the main gate. And then,
I figured out
Or did
why I
you
have
all-
14 plus 2.
okay.
Why?
It's because at some point I had a shield.
Makes sense. Makes
And as a
sense.
mountain
So you've
dwarf-
been lying to me this whole time about your AC.
Just hold.
No.
Every time I attacked you, you lied to me.
No, it still would be 14 plus 2 with the shields.
You don't ever tell me you have a shield though. That you've pulled your shield out. Gotta actually be holding the shield in your hands to use it.
And
Don't
I'm,
ask, don't tell, you know.
yeah, and I'm not sure warlocks are proficient with shields.
They're not, but mountain dwarves are.
Oh, all right.
I don't think shields require proficiency, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess.
I think everybody can use a shield,
Just
actually.
kind of holding it, or it's
The catch is that casters need a free hand to cast spells.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So if he was like using a shield and holding his staff, because the only way you can get the benefits of his staff is if he's actively holding it.
Okay.
If he's using his staff and the shield, he can't actually cast spells.
Gotcha.
Unless he has Warcaster.
He's throwing the shield up in the air.
Okay.
This free object interaction. And it's spinning. Eldritch Blast! Hurry up! Hurry up!
I don't mind making the acrobatic check every turn.
It's so cool.
I missed it one time and it just like shoots with the shield. It's like, huh? Oh no.
That would suck.
That would really suck.
It's like, bad enough for getting hit by a beam of fucking magic, but you're also gonna get smashed in the face with a shield? I'm not sure which is worse.
At the same time.
So you guys are kind of escorted out, and he says, well, you can go about your business, because there's no telling how long it's going to take for the master to recover from his injuries.
All right. Well, we hope very much that it is sooner rather than later, and you just let us know if there's anything you need us to do. Thank you very much. Is there anything else y'all wanted to do? Some people were talking about griffin stuff before.
Pray to Alcar. And
Also, they're not there.
They're not there.
Like,
Okay.
you can actively see that the stables are empty.
They're empty. Okay. Sweet.
We need to figure out a way to go into the desert if we don't have the griffins.
The Griffins can join us later.
Hippogriff jerky?
Hippogriff Jackie.
I did notice that you have a lot of guards upon this
I don't remember
estate.
the treats
Do
for
you
the
need help in guarding this estate, or are the guards enough?
Well, we don't just have the guards. We also have the spellcasters that are monitoring the wards.
All right.
Thank you for the trust, and thank you for the gifts.
Your griffins will be back by nightfall. There, I believe that the entirety of them are out hunting one last time as a pride before they leave. I don't know if anyone told you, but once they eat, they can usually go 2 to 3 weeks without eating again.
Even water.
Even as long as they get enough when they do, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
But do they still get that sort of cranky hungerness quickly, even if it's not the 2 to 3 weeks?
It all depends on how much they eat when they eat. The more they eat when they eat, the longer they can remain without eating again.
I don't want this to like sound patronizing for them, but like
They'll
like,
tell you if they're hungry.
Well, yeah, no, but like they like hippogriff meat. Is there any way to like make jerky for them to have like snack? That's the right word. 'Cause
I
treat
mean, if
sounds
you
wrong.
have hippogriff meat laying around, I'm sure you could jerky it. Never seen a griffin eat anything that had been cooked before, so that would be interesting to see. They usually prefer what they eat raw and bloody.
Okay.
And then some of them even prefer to hear the screams of whatever they're eating.
Well, I'm just thinking.
Like, he looks dead ass serious when he says that. And like at the end there's like this slight like,
All right, so hunt with them. Got it. Or
well,
let them
no,
hunt.
just stay out of their way and let them hunt.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for your info. And we will return to this estate and say hello to Salon on our way back to our hometown. So thank you.
All right, safe travels.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Mekaleka Heini Ho.
Bawi Prana Week Nini Bong?
Huh?
Bawi Prana Week Nini Bong?
Alright, now we're just saying nonsense.
Fuck you. That was not nonsense. That was Pee Wee Herman, bitch.
Alright, we found Gordon's trigger zone. Pee Wee Herman, a sensitive subject, boys.
Nonsense. I'll give you nonsense.
Mine was Transformers, I'll have you know.
It's the only movie I've ever cried at. Was the movie where Optimus Prime died and they made Rodimus. Fucking, are you fucking kidding me? Hot Rod? Of all the fucking Transformers, you're gonna make him the Prime? Oh, go fuck yourself.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, way better Transformers out there that could have been in Prime.
Fucking Bumblebee couldn't even fucking talk, and he'd have been better.
Yeah.
Actually, Bumblebee could talk.
And the
in
original one
cartoon.
could talk.
I don't know why the movies did that.
Maybe his voice was just too annoying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Make them relatable.
Yeah. Do the little radio.
What do you think? Why they
Radio
do that?
gimmicks.
Comment down below.
Anyway,
Alright, so if we're here alone outside, this fella's turned and gone back in.
it's early evening at this point.
Okay. So we have a few hours to kill until the griffins are back. So perhaps...
And you can assume that they're not going to want to travel tonight.
Thank you. Right. Okay. So, would y'all like to head on back to the Sandflower for one last night? Maybe check in with Talora and see if they've learned anything new we need to be apprised of. And
I think we should, because at the very least we can at least give our message to Jarek and then go on our way.
all right. That sounds good. Any other business to attend to before we head there?
I mean, did we need any more supplies? I missed like 3 weeks. Did we get money or anything like that for supplies?
I guess.
Someone did restock all of your incidental shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got those nearly endless flasks of water to
I
give
remember
our
that.
water.
So I think somebody took a giant gulp of theirs too.
Yeah.
We're pretty much broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was an indicator of the last session. Was
You don't get war griffins and gold.
Right.
Pick. Which one do you want? Which one do you actually want?
Can
I
I
just-
ride
he
gold
brought
into the
up
desert?
Not very effectively.
It's like a big pile that someone.
I
pay a bunch of people to
let's
push
just
it.
rent the griffins out. That's how I make the money. Free. Wait,
You might want to
free.
talk to the griffins about that.
2,000 gold griffin rides.
Just gotta get their deposit first, so that when they're eaten alive, you don't
Sign
have to
this
return.
waiver, please.
Sign this waiver.
Drew won't be renting out there. He's too whipped.
Yeah. All right, so we begin making our way towards the Sandflower then, and I guess
Everybody roll perception.
I'm about to ace this roll.
Use one of your dice.
So that's an unlucky die, so have good luck with it.
Nat
Oh,
20
it did nice for you.
with-
I was rolling constantly under 10, like yesterday.
That's wrong.
26. Nice.
Nat 20 with a 6.
I was all proud of my 19.
I got a 26.
Fucking autocorrect.
Oh, wow.
I'm proud of you.
Couple of 26s over here.
Modified
I wonder how long I can make you guys sit in silence just waiting for me to acknowledge you.
The
I'm gonna have
only-
to test it one day.
The
just
only
to
reason I
see.
spoke up is because you looked at us.
Yeah.
If you ask us for a roll and then stay looking down,
It would probably just be us waiting that pregnant pause. What does it mean?
Anybody beat an 18? Cool. So you guys notice, because you've been in the
15, 16, 17.
at the villa for a few hours at this point. 18 or better, I should say.
Okay.
Whenever I say did you beat a number, that also includes a number. Because you technically beat the roll if you roll the same number. You notice that people, there's much more talking, so it seems like rumors have gotten out that Salid is dead and Salon may be close behind. And nobody knows what the state of the house war is right now because one's dead and the other could be dead too.
and a weekend at Bernie's to make sure they win the house for him. Hey, I'm Salon. I'm totally alive.
I cast disguise self on myself.
That's a good ass reference. That's a boomer reference.
I only know that reference from you guys, actually. I've never seen the movie.
I've seen
Sure you haven't.
I've seen Weekend at Bernie's.
I like the
and
second
two.
one better.
Yeah, the second one was better.
Where like the music makes it move.
Honestly, I thought they were all ridiculous as fuck.
The voodoo magic's like
100% thought they were all ridiculous as fuck.
They are.
The fucking effort and energy it would take to fucking make that dude into a puppet rather than just telling people, no, that bitch died, we're just using his house.
Yeah. You don't tell anyone, you can take shit.
Could have stole everything in the fucking house, but no, you just wanted to have a fucking party. You're a fucking retard.
Yeah, he went to Cancun for the
You are slow as fuck. You're a bad criminal.
He pulled the Ted Cruz and made everyone believe.
So, you guys make it to the inn, and you go in, and
Before we make it to the end, like, Brudall, what's that thing you were trying to do?
oh hell,
You made when I did Misty Step.
Is that what you think you did?
Wait, what would I do then?
and you see over like behind Brudall over his shoulder, you see Truegar like vigorously nodding, like so hard that he may have a neck injury now.
I didn't roll perception to see if I saw that.
Kind of hard to unsee it.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
I mean, he's like
DC was 2.
he's taller. He's significantly taller than Brudall, so it's not like Brudall can hide him.
He's got at least a head over me.
Yeah, I think he's like 6'6" or something, 6'8", something like that. Yeah, he's like 6'6", and Brudall's only like 6'1" or 6'2".
6'2".
So you can clearly see like Truegar breaking his neck.
Oh, so you can Misty Step now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting used to it, powers.
I feel like
not my
Thorin's
thing.
about to flex.
Yeah, no, I've gotten that pretty recently too. Haven't really had the chance to try it. And so when Thorin's about 35 feet away from the inn, he'll just Misty Step 30 feet ahead.
See, I didn't run when I did mine.
Thorin hears that. What is Thorin's reaction to Brudall?
I didn't run either.
You were born powerful. I'm just, training. Wait till I learn how to banish people with my hammer.
I wasn't born powerful. I made a deal with a spirit that is literally not born powerful.
Are you just like saying this in the middle of the fucking street?
Yeah, right?
I thought we made it to the end.
Because you guys don't know how these people feel about warlocks.
No, I feel like when he comes back, that's when when we're entering the end.
Okay.
And Thorin, you're older, right? And Brudall, you're
I
younger,
think
right?
Thorin's actually a child, right?
65, so
Yeah,
I'm
he's like
He's
barely
way-
an adult. in
He's
Thorin's
way older
society.
than Brudall, though.
Yeah.
still a baby.
So it's not too late for you to hop on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Wagon.
Not totally is. He smashed the wagon.
I got it.
Never mind, that wagon has
Have an
passed you.
inspiration.
I mean, maybe you
Ben,
contact...
you also get an inspiration. I heard your wagon joke too. It's pretty good.
So maybe you head to a temple one day just so you can learn that beloved Misty Step of yours. Or not that you don't know it already, I mean.
If I gotta start talking to spirits, I'll do it. I talked to Alcohol once. I did it. Something happened.
Oh, you should just do something in the name of him, and then when he rewards you, just get asked for the Misty Step. Maybe ask for something better than Misty Step, like Oglen is burning an addiction. You could ask for like...
Oh, that thing where you light other people on fire that you didn't hit.
Yeah, it's like a steamy
You
stick.
hear like a voice from the sky in your mind and saying, maybe you should tell him the kind of deal you had to make for that though.
So,
This is like
here's what I
career
want.
fair for him.
Yeah.
magic people.
The contract you had to sign.
I want to be able to Misty Step, like he did, to somebody. And they hit them with this hammer. And they vanish into fire.
Oh wow. That would be a very.
I'm gonna let you know now, if that's your hint about what you want, you can fuck right off.
I never expected that.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, the first two parts of that are like possible and stuff. Like you totally Misty Step, and then you hit someone. The vanishing into fire, you probably need like a special thing, like my staff or like the spear, which specifically does that.
Why don't you just learn to run faster? I mean, I don't see you running cardio at all.
What? That is so fucking rude.
Hey man,
You don't think I run fast?
I don't think I run fast.
Well, I mean,
Not
I
a
don't
race.
see you training at all. Just
Because
run.
we've been fighting motherfuckers.
Oh, I got Brudall's deal. I can run fast now too.
Oh, even Thorin can run fast.
Alright.
You
know
know
what?
The only one
I
that's
can
slow.
Misty Step and
Training
I can dash
tomorrow
to the
morning.
bonus
We're all
action.
going for a run.
Oh, I don't need to run faster.
No, we're gonna run like orcs.
Well,
I'm pretty sure the elf's gonna win.
Maybe.
Still gonna say
Even
it.
base movement speed, right?
I'm gonna cast the Launch Strider tomorrow.
Let me hide my face.
Okay, I'm gonna race in the street.
Meanwhile-
I'll let you win, and I'll be like.
So I'm just having no part of this.
So you
race.
watch as Brudall and Ash, they find their marks, and they're like, looks like they're ready to fucking race in the middle of the street, and people are watching at this point.
Alright.
Thor's just like, I don't think a tiny person running from large people is a great idea, so I think I should sit this out.
Alright.
I need to be aerodynamic. I'm gonna take my
Okay.
studded leather vest off, but leave the belt on. As I start to get the belt, I'm like, no, you stay with me. Awesome belt.
Can I like go run and be like, y'all are running with me? See who wins.
Your movement speed is 35 normally. Okay, and you cast Long Strider.
I don't have it prepared yet.
I don't care.
I thought we were doing
I
it
don't
in the
care.
morning.
Yeah, I had said morning, but I mean, I don't care either.
I don't care. It doesn't matter when it's not combat. So, Sano just like runs up and runs past them.
Yeah.
Doesn't even like get in line. So you guys watch as Sano just like runs past you and says, "I'm winning!"
I didn't know. Like, I want to be the finish line.
Oh!
Oh, I see.
So how far away are you running?
The line.
About 100 yards.
You're in the middle of the street.
Yeah, about 100 yards up.
So Sano runs down the road and he's like, "Who can get me first?" And all these people around are like looking at you guys like you're stupid.
Thor's just like this. I'm gonna go and get
Does
ready.
Sano also yell ready to go?
Yeah.
I have a question. If you're
Well-
running and cast Misty Step, do you keep your momentum? Or do you full stop?
If you Misty Step before you consume all of your movement, yes, you can continue your movement.
Yes.
Show you what a real Misty Step looks like.
Whatever.
So Sano yells ready, set, go, and you both dash off your marks, right?
Oh,
You straight run, right?
I forgot I could do that.
And instantly Brudall is like, "Man, I am really giving it my all." And Ash is like 20 feet ahead of you, like within the first couple of seconds. And then like halfway through those few seconds, he disappears and reappears like 30 feet away and keeps going.
I would say.
I'm going cheating if it's against Ash.
I'll definitely do one of those, like,
So does
Football
Brudall just
wide
keep running doing this?
Come on, work! What?
I'll do one of those wide receivers, like when they beat the corner, they're like,
So after like 10 seconds, Ash is like at Sano, just standing there waiting. Doesn't even look winded. I'm gonna need a con save. I mean, he didn't say he was just running. He was doing this. Work!
he probably made himself dizzy.
Speaking while
He's
running.
tripping over his own feet. He has vertigo now.
I mean, he's not even using his arms to keep balance. He's straight just work!
Speaking while running.
You'd have better luck running like this trying to fly.
Okay.
Just like
Barely, I bet.
So by the time Brudall makes it to where Ash and Sano are, he's like basically like he's not winded, like he can still breathe and he can still talk, but man, he might be regretting the choice he made. Just
I am not an elf, so
I thought we were both going to use Misty Step.
I can only do one a day.
what?
Oh,
Same here.
I didn't know that was a limitation.
I didn't either.
Does Ash just like randomly Misty Step again?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay.
How far are they away from Truegar? Like 100 feet, 200 feet?
Well, they started their race right outside of the tavern, and Sano ran like 300 feet down the road. So they're definitely out of earshot.
Gotcha.
I wish I could have shown them like what I could do, but I'm tiny and I don't want to get in more trouble.
I'm tiny.
You're lucky they holding me back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo, Thorin, you can get there real quick, can't you?
Yes?
Let Brew know that orcs have less misty steps than elves do.
You want me to race down there now?
Yes, please, and just let
Is
Brew
this a safe
know.
thing to do? Because I could do that.
Just let Brew know that what he did was the right thing, but the fact that he can't do as many as Ash is
I don't-
perfectly normal.
I don't want to do fast in case I
You
get...
don't have to do fast. I'm just letting you know to move that message along, whether you walk, run, or misty step there. Because
I mean, I used up my Misty Step. I still have my far step.
I mean, at this point, Brew is probably like fed up being in this situation and is like walking back. Fucking elves.
on that
Do
case,
Sano and Ash follow Brudall back to the tavern? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to just like lightly jog and just back, but just so I'd pass through. But that's it.
I guess I'll walk
An elf
towards...
passes you. Wait, Sano's human.
Yeah.
A human passes you on the right.
On your left? No, on your left.
No, it's on the right.
Your left.
on your left. Yeah, nice meme.
He does that thing where it's like, on your left.
I'm gonna look back to see if Ash is jogging as well.
No, Ash seems to be walking at a leisurely pace. Almost as if he has nothing else to prove about who's faster.
I'm thinking about boats.
And Thorin's walking towards you.
And how useful trees are.
God, they're so good.
Make fun of the magic orc day. I understand, sure.
That fucking tree!
Because there's a hole. I just want to be the first one back. That's it. I don't think it's bad.
Now, Brew would have taken it as you're trying to like rub dirt on him when he just lost.
That's how I was.
He's over here.
So I guess
That'd
Thorin
be
makes
rude.
it to...
Just pick dirt
Brew.
up and start rubbing him on Brudall.
How you doing, buddy?
So Brew's now close, right?
Yeah, they're all back to the
Okay.
tavern.
Um,
Sano was the first one back.
Hey, old Brew. I gotta say, of all the orcs I've seen do Misty Step, you can do it the most often. Keep it up. Turn around and walk back into the pub.
I mean... I could beat Ash for you in a race if you want.
I would appreciate that, but I think I need to beat him. More training. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Misty stepping.
I mean, you should try for far stepping. If you're gonna go and try it, go big or go home.
Brudall's new goal in life.
Far.
Misty Step.
It's his whole character arc.
Look, learn about my parents. I'm trying to Misty Step.
Trying to miss his stuff.
My mom needs to be saved.
Is
Fuck
the
that
movements
bitch.
different for far step?
I mean, yeah, a bit. But it's like worth it because like Misty can go so far, but far can go twice as far.
Don't trip though, because it's concentration.
Is that the primary disadvantage?
And you can do it multiple times.
Every 6 seconds. You do it
Yeah.
every 6 seconds.
I know what I need next.
First up could get you 600 feet in a 1 minute round. Or 1 minute.
That's game skippy because I remember Dimension Door was a couple miles.
Technically in a 30-second if you're also dashing.
I think the primary benefit of Misty
Well,
Step
no,
is-
just I'm just talking about the teleport
Yeah.
itself. Is just 600 feet.
Yeah, Misty Step, the primary benefit of that was a bonus action, if I'm not mistaken.
Far step is
so is
bonus
Far
action
Step.
too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Far
the
Step
difference
is also a bonus action to use it on your subsequent turns
Yeah.
for 1 minute.
But it's a higher level spell.
Misty
Right?
Yeah, I think it's a
Far
fifth.
Step.
It is.
Dimension Door itself was an action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The downsides of Far Step is it's a 5th level and it's concentration.
Let me get some food and drink in me, and then I want to hear more about your spirits. Because all I knew about was gods have magic. And you had a voice in your head. Now you're telling me the voice in your head is spirits. Right? Am I understanding that right?
I mean, she is a spirit, yeah.
Yeah, I want to know more about that. But first,
Unless you're talking about my spirits, then he takes a sip of this kombucha.
Oglen outwardly chuckles.
Because dwarvens do make good spirits.
Yeah, I'm ready to have some of them spirits talking to me, if you know what I mean. Let's get in here and find somewhere to sit.
Agreed.
And, we head inside. Is it Talora or the other fella whose name I can't remember?
I don't know.
At
Since
the
you don't
bar.
remember his name, how do you know?
Oh, bro. Is it Talora?
It is not. It is Eric.
It's the other guy, Eric.
Nicole Boss.
Eric. And is there?
Carrot.
If there's nobody up at the bar yet, then we'll walk up there.
Yep, no, Talora, and she was the agent of Algar.
Yeah. And
They both are.
seems like
Well,
Eric
no,
is-
of the Empire.
Okay.
Not of Alcar, but of the Empire.
Yeah.
Which sort of
It's important to keep them separate.
Okay.
No, actually, it doesn't.
Because Alcar doesn't care about the
Alcar gives no fucks about the Empire.
as long as he gets.
Nope. Gives no fucks about the Empire.
That's just Oglen.
He lets them do whatever they're doing. Like, out of character, he lets them do whatever they're doing, and he does not care.
Is that why May kind of sort of left,
Cinnamon,
or is that
sugar,
unrelated?
almonds,
I don't know. And you don't know
your
either.
recovered raisins,
Secret.
Brooklyn oat
I
bran
thought she left
cereal.
because she got in a toxic relationship with alcohol.
In a toxic relationship.
Aww. Damn.
She had 2 bottles of moon wine and then just left one day.
Just left.
Damn.
Never to be seen
God
again.
life is not for me.
How'd you
I need
make
to
that?
drink.
That is
I
rough,
mean, I mixed them
man.
together. I
Or,
didn't make it.
drank.
That hits me
Moon
right.
wine.
right.
Drank.
Well, good mix together.
To be fair, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, despite all of Ben's failings, that was a good one.
I like it
That was
when
one time where he
drugs
did
are
not
drunk
fail.
and comes up.
And are there other folks in the bar other than us?
Not really.
Not really.
There's like 1 or 2 people
Okay.
seem to be enjoying like a drink or a small meal.
Okay.
Oh, I must ask.
And before you go into that whole tangent, no, they are not important.
Oh yeah.
They're
No, no.
literally just people chilling.
Just dudes. Just NPCs.
Before we go into the 45
points.
the 45 minutes of interrogating them.
Oh, I guess.
Scars, tattoos, markings, hair color, hairstyles.
Other markings.
They're NPCs who are not into Rocky Horror Picture Show. You have to let you
No
know.
sex cults here.
No sex cults.
Not until I show up.
That's what a sex cultist would say.
You ever pose nude?
Nah, you're good. There's no chandeliers. Ash is good. There are no chandeliers in here.
But there are lampposts.
Oh, damn.
Good enough.
For Oglen's side, I must ask, because I am a curious fellow, and I'm only going to live a tiny speck of existence compared to most dwarves and elves. Your particular griffin, my griffin is curious and playful. How is yours? Because I know that Matteo's griffin is...
So keep in mind,
Insolent.
in character, you don't actually know that information yet.
No.
We're still kind of learning these
You're
things.
still learning. It's like a literal relationship with like another person. Like you're learning this stuff.
I was hoping to in character.
That was just me so I could prepare you for what kind of RP you'd be getting from your griffins.
Okay.
like the general sense of the RP
Yeah.
you get from
Just so
it.
I understand, are we all sitting around the same table? Like, can we hear each other?
I guess we're walking up to make order
Or
and
within
drinks and
earshot of
stuff,
each
but we
other.
could sit down just as well. And Truegar, you could ask about like people's impressions of the griffins.
Yeah. Like what they think, but you don't actually know how any of them are because your interaction with them over the last, since you've bonded, has actually been fairly minimal. Because, as you were told, they're kind of saying their goodbyes to the rest of the Pride.
Because they won't be with them for a
Yeah.
while. I mean, all things considered, when I adopted the warhorse that I did, that warhorse did not say goodbye to its pack. It feels kind of weird to just rip a griffin out of its pride. Do you think it's moral on what we're doing?
Yeah,
Seems like it.
I think the Griffin is choosing this path to go with us. Just, wolves are the same way. Not saying a wolf and a griffin are exactly the same as beasts that they are, but they respect their pack, but they do their own thing at the same time.
Yeah, and I agree. These griffins that we have, I don't think I've ever had something so intelligent and also so free in spirit. Bjorn, very, very, very smart for a goat, but he's also.
But he wasn't a coward.
But he's also required.
Okay.
But he's also required by Alcar's power to serve in the capacity that he does. So I never had that doubt about whether he really wanted to be along, because I'm ashamed to admit I never stopped to ask. But I noticed that there's quite the inner party politics, so to speak, with them griffins. They have a whole social structure. The fact that animals need to say goodbye to one another, that's behavior I've not seen before.
It's sort of
I
interesting.
mean,
how
I
they-
say bye to animals all the time.
God, please
Bye.
don't let your griffin hear you call it an animal.
It's sort of interesting that they would choose to leave, their pride, insofar in that I think that we should treat them as though they were members of the Warlockers. Because I've asked my husband several times, why do you love me? And he's literally said, 'cause I wanna. And so that would be a very
That's
good...
depressing.
Really?
Well then, you know what? All of y'all live depressing lives.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody wants to
Morally,
love me.
Futuristically, like epistemologically, that's really fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like out of character. I was like, "Hey, Fanny, why do you love me?" She says, "Because I fucking love you, like really hardcore, bro." And she's like, "Fuck yeah!"
All right.
So,
I mean,
not
not
like
life's
this
depressing,
one.
but I have no responsibility money, so yeah.
Yeah.
If she was a dude and you asked why you love me, you know what dude would fucking say? Because you give good head. You know what a fucking dude would say?
But again, someone with a philosophical bent would say, "Because you give me happiness." Like
Yeah.
you could literally just say, "Because you make me happy."
Yeah.
And that would be entirely rational thing to say.
Yeah.
So again, back in character.
Yeah.
And so we can ask our newfound partners, Cloudseeker, why did you choose me and why did you not choose other characters of our guild? And that's because they choose to be members of our guild.
That is a very, very good question. One that interests me as well. Because when I admit, when Sunwing and I first stood face to face and he looked at me, there was a moment where I thought I just might turn and run or crumple into the sand there, but I think I saw something in him that I recognized. An intelligent creature that knew its duty and was going to perform it. And that's encouraging. I'd be more than happy to invite these griffins in a more formal way if that interests them. But
Damn encouraging, because when you say the phrase "knew its duty was something that it chose. That they chose their duty to be your partner.
yeah, I just guess we got the hard work of
making sure that we're doing something worth doing,
Yeah.
not only for them but for us.
I still feel the ramifications of Anthe deciding to help at Tiefling. I wish to make up for, not make up, I'm not trying to denigrate what Anthe did, what she thought was right, and I wish to make up to Evandal. We are not on opposite sides, and hopefully these griffins will help us see that.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think it's important to remember Anthe had to do what she did because I was too afraid to do anything.
I saw the wall and did not punch it.
I love that I never even considered that.
yeah, right.
Never even considered somebody would fuck the wall up to get in. And when somebody asked, I was like, huh, I guess that would work.
So no one did it.
Also, the actual obvious thing that I thought was going to happen didn't happen because the character that got stuck in the room to begin with. Because Anthe's was not duplicitous by nature. If it had been fucking Dimble or Ash or Oglen, they'd have fucking stabbed the guy with his own knife.
I would stab both of them with their own knife.
Stab both of them. Double kill.
Like, weirdly, like, out of character, Truegar was
Trying to go for the UAV.
Yeah, I'll totally do what you say you need to do and throw the knife out the window.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, like, nobody's hurt, you know, but anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the other part Anthe had was
I love that he
stab
thinks a
herself.
magic knife just wouldn't reappear.
The dude was like,
Dude! Poomp!
Gordon?
Stab him.
I'm trying to be morally good here, Gordon.
yeah, that's right.
Well,
But magic.
if you two don't mind me butting in, this self-deprecating behavior,
Do you really find it self-deprecating, or do you find
you
it
guys are
empowering
blaming
of others?
yourself.
Ash starts the conversation with an insult.
True character.
So
I
Ash.
do find it empowering of others.
You
I
guys
do
are
find
blaming
others.
yourselves. Oglen said it's somewhat my fault, and you said you feel regret, but it was Anthe's decision, and Anthe is to blame for her decision. You guys did not influence it strongly enough to where, in this life or death situation, she thought of, no offense, she thought of you and your decisions previously to influence hers. Especially caught up in the moment like that, it was purely her decision. I doubt she weighed every option from every team member, every party member. In that situation, you're scared for your life and you make a rash decision because you are scared.
Yeah.
You don't think of a clear head in a situation like that.
You don't, and you're right.
So all this beating yourself up like Oglen, I could have done better, you've got to stop with that because there are things that are out of your control and
Unless you have a time travel spell.
Yes, unless you have a time travel spell, then things are out of your control. To a degree. You can live your life the best you can, but there's no use of harking on these decisions. I don't know if that's the right word, but it sounded right at the moment. To look back and think of regret, of things you can't change. Only look towards things you can change in the future. Like influencing people to be better than they are, rather than tearing yourself down to make others feel better.
Well, that's Oglen lifts his drink. That's very wise words, Ash.
I don't think we ever got hers. We all just sat down.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, yeah. Maybe
Actually, Richard did say that Oglen was going to go to the bar. And then everybody sat down, so we'll just pretend to go.
we just pretend to get drinks.
I agree with you, Ash.
As much as I'd love to torment you guys, making you get up and get drinks. We'll assume that before you sat down and started talking, somebody got
who was tending the barn and all that.
So,
You've lived hundreds of years longer than I have, and your wisdom is true.
Has he? How old is Ash?
Like 250, 250.
Your
5
wi-
times older than me.
Your wisdom rings true, and
10 times older than me.
4 times.
despite the
Old head.
despite my presumptions, you have absolutely rung true. We do what we can to make the world better, and if we can't, then we pick ourselves up and do it again.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, just a thought, but like, you're beating yourself up over what happened to her. But like, what did happen to her?
Well, I admit it.
I mean, after what you know, what happened to her? What happened to her? Cause like, didn't you guys also lose that like goblin friend?
that's
And now he's like a Serb. He's like in the service of Alcar.
Yeah, that's right. And I admit,
So like, who
Does
knows?
anybody need a refresher of what actually happened to Anthe?
No.
She got vaporized.
She was exploded.
exploded.
Yeah, but they don't know what happened after. Like they asked about Hakon. They never asked about Anthe to glow.
Right.
Yeah, we thought she went to hell.
We thought she went to hell.
She got killed by a fiend.
Didn't we see her in the place
Suffer.
between? Oh, hi.
No.
I used to know you.
Damn, dude.
No, I admit it's not just Anthe that's got me ruminating on these
This Oglen's
thoughts.
got to be a little bitch.
There's just a lot of things that we've done, trying to do the best that we can. That if I could go back and make a different choice, I probably would. But Ash is
Right.
right.
Don't work on the time travel spell.
Yeah, one day.
Time
But
travel doesn't work the way you think it works in the world.
I also suspect.
Oh, I don't think it works well in any world.
Yeah. I also suspect we might waste a lot of good time that we could be moving forward, doing so much looking back. So I don't mean to bring these things up to say we can't move another step until we get this right. I just don't feel like a hero sometimes is all.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to be the hero. We're all heroes to each other in a way. Not to be sappy that you're all my heroes, but I'm trying not to say the rude thing.
A single tear from
It's there's no one person that drives this group. The thing that drives this group is
Dimble
our
does.
connectedness. Yes, we do have a leader. Yes, we do have a chain of command, but that's about decisions. But what holds the group together is not a hero. It's not a person doing the right thing. It's the fact that we all, as cliche as it sounds, believe in each other. Haha, the power of friendship. But it's true in this case that if we did not have the bond we had now, we would not be where we are. Because if we all had this different collection of ideas, we'd all have split off at this point. So the fact that nobody,
Wait, that's an option?
nobody feels they need to be the hero is the reason why we are together.
I agree.
What happened last session? The group disbanded because Ash gave a speech.
By the way, you all can leave at any point if you want to be the hero.
Get out.
Well, me and Matteo are gonna go by.
I had to actually restrain myself, like my tongue from moving and generating words, because when he said what binds us all together or whatever other bullshit he said, I was instantly like stupidity.
Blind faith and ignorance.
I trust my DM to not be that crazy. So, no, that's.
I mean, according to some people, I should just change the roles, whatever I want,
Yeah.
and make it so that you guys never die.
Proximity and like-mindedness.
Yeah, I think you're right. Camaraderie is a powerful weapon as any sword or axe, and I think there's very few folks I'd rather be walking the world with than y'all. I just want to ask something that's, I've probably said this once or twice before, but I just want to make sure that the way I'm walking is the way we're supposed to be walking. I don't know. Nothing really makes sense to me anymore.
You
Beyond
said
what's
that a couple times now.
right in front of us.
I'm starting to understand why you think that. The intense amount of trauma that you've gone through, is thousands of years worth of being tortured and watching us being tortured, it's leaving you so anxious that the prospect of looking forward keeps you stuck in the past.
And Oglen takes a drink. Says, "Well, this is the first time this evening that you've not been correct, Ash. I wasn't really tortured that much, and I didn't have to watch you all be tortured that much either. He takes another drink. They mostly made me do the torturing."
There's no need to minimize what happened to you. It doesn't make any difference of how long. It's the fact that it happened that is changed you so much. That you were this once, I'm going to charge in, I'm going to be selfless for my friends. It's now, I'm going to be selfless because I can't forgive myself.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, like, that wasn't me that you were torturing, but even if that was me that you were torturing, then, like, I feel like you wouldn't suck at it, so you wouldn't draw it out, so I'd probably, like, go quick, so, like, thank you for that,
torture is.
and, like, I forgive you and stuff.
That's real kind. I just worry that y'all wouldn't keep me around if you know what I've done to you.
We went to that place to get you. Why would we not keep you around? Like, those
I
angels.
had to keep the team together down there.
Oglen, we've all made such immense mistakes in our lives. We've all killed people we didn't want to kill.
Bro, did you show him the scar that you got from going down there?
Yeah, Matteo fucking threw this thing at my chest.
Oh, that's right. That is 100% right. I
Like
forgot about that.
And then just bare shirt Brudall in the room. Do the other two NPCs
There are-
turn to look? Are they
There are
attracted
no
to
scars,
it?
by the way.
Ah.
It was magically healed by someone.
Ah.
Okay, well, there was scars. And there was no hair where the things grabbed me.
I believe you, and I tell you, you gotta give me your abdominal routine because. Whew. Oglen takes another drink.
Probably should ask Elf Boy over here. He seems to be better at things than
All I
me.
know is Elf Boy can only Misty Step twice as much as an Orc can. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's
2
right.
times nothing is nothing.
Still want to talk to you about magic.
But,
It's all good.
Oglen, if you're truly feeling that guilt needs to be placed somewhere, it is on me. I got us all in this situation. I shot the wrong thing. I got people killed. We had the chance to come back. You came back. We all came back. The ones that are coming back. Well, you know I'm not too great with words when it comes to speaking a lot of words. But I will end this sentence.
No, you're good.
But I will end this sentence.
And you would not be in the position you are now with not me fucking up. And so I am the hero of bad decisions. And the fact that you kept me around is truly astounding. Because
Please
as
tell
many
me other
mistakes
patrons
you
heard that,
feel
and that's going to be his name.
you've made, I've made them. Not to, like toot my own horn that I'm so good at making mistakes, but I got us here.
Alright, pity party. Listen here. I'm new to the group. You've all made mistakes, it sounds like. Every one of you. Mistakes were made.
Not me, Matteo.
Sexy's not here.
I'm the innocent one.
He just said the name of the show!
Hey.
But I stuck with you all because you're fucking fun. Mistakes are fun. We fix them and we just go forward. So, look to the future. Stop fucking dwelling in the past. Learn from the past. Live in the now. Look to the future. That's the most educational thing you're ever going to get out of me.
Because it was
Fucking
basically
cheers.
just a summary of what I said, but
Yeah. To being the heroes of bad decisions.
Yeah, fuck what that elf said. I want to Misty Step like the Orc did.
you really doubt I can Misty Step as much as the Orc can. I'm gonna Misty Step 3 times in a row. Up the stairs, down the stairs, to the bar, back to the bar. From the bar.
And then I'll watch the Orc Misty Step
Up the stairs,
once.
down the stairs.
To the bar, and then back to the table.
It's 4 times. Do you have 4 spell slots for that?
Hell yeah, I do.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thing is, when he says that, he's like, fuck yes, I do.
Do you actually have the spell slots for that?
I have 7 more.
Shit. So,
5 more, sorry.
Brudall watches as Ash just like gives him a side eye and then just. And then he's back in like 20 seconds.
And like Nightcrawler in that X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will watch Ash and go, Brudall, your Misty Step is goddamn effective.
Bro.
Right.
But
Or
then I
it's
will
just gonna
look,
be like,
I
that
will
was
look,
huge. Like,
I'll look
yeah.
at Ash and go, but make sure that, Brudall can't see the wink at
The wink eye.
Ash, you suck.
You're right. I could only do it 4 times, 5 times total.
Yeah.
I mean, Brudall is a beginner and already knows one. When I was a beginner, I didn't know
Such
any.
a beginner. It really sucks that you're such
I want to know how long until Brudall catches a wing, just like randomly.
The bridge of my nose is really long.
Just like every time he's talking to Ash, he's like randomly got a hand up like right in the middle of his forehead.
Be like,
You're right, Brudall.
Brudall's so good at magic. And the whole time Brudall's like, yes, I am.
I'm surprised a man that's never read a book about magic has understood the principles so quickly. She truly is an anomaly.
I want Brudall to come across a trickster god now. He just straight fucks with him.
Yeah.
What if Brudall becomes a warlock? It legitimately.
But I'm the warlock. There's more than one.
A trickster god that every time Brudall like moves his hands, he just teleports.
Oh my.
He can't swing a weapon without teleporting.
But like when it comes to the entire group trying to find a guy under the mountain, we're like, where did this particular warlock transport him to now?
Oh no.
I remember when we were trying to find what's his face?
I feel like it's starting to be.
Faram?
Faram. That's right.
Yeah.
We were trying to find Faram in the mines. Ooh, that was such a good.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, you. Oglen saved my ass then. Like.
Wait, were you in the group for that?
Yeah.
He had just recently joined.
Yeah, I got murked by some sand sharks, and then because I tried to do a front flip over it.
Well, it took land.
And
It took cave squirrels. It took cave squirrels to find.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, and then
Fucking meme cave
there was a
squirrels.
crack. I did a front flip over it. I fell in a hole. Then Oglen, burning interdiction down there, saved me from a bunch of land
Yeah, that's
sharks.
before Skylar realized that that actions have consequences.
I know.
It sounds so
Now-
fucking
He
cool,
was like a
but you
D&D
know what? The dice were like, fuck you.
Yeah.
D&D
Now I
newbie.
do nothing. Now I do nothing.
D&D newbie.
But you're still alive.
I'm still alive.
He
Yep.
was such a
Thanks to
goddamn
Oglen.
D&D newbie.
I wonder how much of why you don't do anything is because you're terrified of what's going to happen to the characters if you die before the gold dragon gets to use you.
Yeah, it would be a real waste of my Christmas gift, Skylar.
It's
Skylar?
It's awesome. I love
I
it.
love and empower you no matter who you are. And I'm not trying to recruit you to my sex cult.
I think if we TPK, we should all play clerics, by the way.
That would be just
We already have 3 as our
Oh,
backup
you took
characters.
damage to heal. You took damage to heal. You took damage to heal.
Round 77, nothing's dead.
The
But
enemies
every
are-
party member's still
The
alive!
enemies are real tired. Because
The enemy's just like, serious. The big bad is just like, okay, I'm fucking done. And just like,
I'm bored.
I am so bored.
are you guys done yet? No! Okay, well I am.
It's a group of 4 goblins. It's a road encounter, guys.
Come on, guys.
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh.
So, any other RP you want to do before your characters go to sleep?
No, I've used all my knowledge for today, honestly.
Before Thorin gets back, or Sam gets back, I want to make him talk more about magic to someone who doesn't understand it.
Okay.
And do we get the sense that Eric is like interested in hearing the results of the duel? He probably has already heard
Word travels
from
fast.
word on the street.
I mean, it seemed to travel really fast.
Okay. Yeah, I think other than telling him about that,
He actually seems pretty distracted right now.
okay. I think that's all Oglen wanted to do. Yeah, he'll say, yeah, you know, y'all are right. We've done some things wrong, but we've done our fair share of right as well. Yeah. And I appreciate everybody willing to take the time to stop what we were doing and delay ourselves here. I
I really hope that this turns out with Salon still breathing. But even if it doesn't, I feel good about what we've accomplished here at Lawrence Gate. It's the start of a new beginning for this place, I think. And we'll always have that. So, thank you all very much for listening.
My pleasure, because I hope we can accomplish what we need to and go back to Nigeria.
Yeah, it's feels like it's been a lifetime since I was there last.
Place sounds interesting. Don't know if I want to stay there long.
True. I mean, Matteo, he often will remark about how he's never been a part of a Woodwalker's Guild. How about we show him Glorinda?
What?
Ashranen immediately becomes jealous.
The fuck you say?
What?
Now, why would he need to see that?
Because when it comes to what?
That or her? What?
I mean, Glorinda is a fantastic, highly skilled, ecumenically wonderful woman that I would honestly turn straight for. I really would.
Have you even seen her Truegar?
Of course I have.
Roll deception.
Of course I have.
Roll fucking deception.
I'm gonna use his own D.
You can have it at advantage though, because it was a very empathetic.
I see her every Thursday.
Oh, he used the good die too. Oh no. Do I have to insight check that or something?
Yep, at normal.
Yeah, mod 20.
Find that one.
Yeah, he's telling you the truth to the best of your knowledge.
How many times? Have you seen her at work? Or just on the street?
Well, here's the thing: is I've only ever seen her in the coffee shop, at the place when it comes to the bakery. I have never, ever impugned the innocence of Glorinda.
In it.
Glorinda's only ever talked to me when it comes to the purview of increasing the happiness of Ageria and how to make the best coffee at the coffee grinders in Ageria.
That is so weird. She's never told me any of this.
I rolled insight to see if I understood what they were talking about. I rolled a nat 20.
You talked to Glorinda as well?
I mean, you don't have a real basis.
She
to know who they're talking about.
No, but like what the context of this conversation
Glorinda
is.
is
No, not really.
smart.
There's not really a role that could give you context, right?
Well, Thorin's going to imagine that it's Ash's girlfriend or something. There's something going on with that.
I mean, he could certainly interpret it that way.
Yeah, that's what he's to say. Oh.
I didn't know Truegar got out that much.
Thorin's just going to take another drink.
Well, I've talked to Glorinda once or twice, and she told me how she really wants to increase the landscape of Ageria. She's not happy with how small of a footprint Ageria has when it comes to the river, and she wishes that the mayor of Ageria would have a bigger footprint upon the land.
That is so incredibly odd because she has never talked to me about politics.
Well, what were you doing when you guys were talking?
Just talking.
Just talking?
Hanging out.
About, like,
I mean,
things that
Were
she
you here for
likes,
that?
things that I like.
Okay.
well, I know you like bows and arrows and boats. And I know that you like it when it comes to May.
Purpose.
Puppy.
Puppy, hi.
Puppy.
Puppy. We were playing TNT, now we're petting you.
Hey, baby. Who's Uncle Girl? Oh.
Alright. Dungeons and
I
Doggos.
have no idea why she came downstairs because I closed the door last time.
She sounded like she really wanted to be down here too. Sounded like she straight barreled down the stairs.
I mean, when I went upstairs, the door was open, so I left it open when I came back down.
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
Puppy!
Puppy!
Look at how happy she is.
She's like,
hey,
guys,
hey.
I'm super tall now.
Look.
I know you are. I know you are. You're licking me. Oh, yes.
Well, I need you to lower yourself just a bit so we can get it on camera.
Damn, so
Was it that bad? Come here. Come here. I know. I raised. I know. I raised you once before. Come here.
Now she's like, I don't know, Dad.
Come here. I raised you once before. Come here. Oh. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good girl. All right. So there we go. Are you gonna say hi to Ben? Yes, you are.
Give him some licks.
Back into the role playing. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We all got distracted by the puppy.
We all got
An
distracted.
adorable dog walks into the sandflower, and we all.
Hardened, seasoned adventurers that
Yeah.
slaughter everything in their path all turn into little kids.
Oh man, look at that. That's an adorable dog if I ever seen one.
Someone uses speak with animals. How you doing?
But the dog was just
The
here
dog
to-
bites him because Gordon is tired of role playing as animals.
Yeah. It was just here to pick up a takeout order.
It just wanted its
Just
fucking
lazy.
doggy bag to go.
Yeah.
Doesn't have time for you mortal humans. Dwarves.
It's a sentient dog.
Well, Gordon suggests it's a sentient, immortal dog.
Down.
Make her shake before you do things to her.
Fishes.
Right. Come here. Come here. Sit.
So Brew,
Shake.
you had
Nah.
what
Yes.
you wanted to do.
I don't want fights. Shit. What are you doing?
She's
Down the
really
rest of my-
enthusiastic.
Down the rest of my
Really
ale.
enthusiastic.
Slide to the table.
Paul.
Right, dwarves. So,
You.
I
What are
know
you?
your magic is because
Am I
the
supposed to grab
gods
your paw? Is that what's
give
going
you
on?
magic. But your magic
Ready?
is it?
No.
Why?
Oh, almost. Hey,
Yeah, I'd be curious
Catch.
to know as much as you're willing to share.
good girl.
That catch was
really
sure, we're all
good.
friends
She
here.
like just went boop and then bit it.
So I was always a lot of a wanderer, and to skip a bunch of like stuff, I found a wandering spirit and like I made a pact with her, and she grants me abilities, and yeah, now I can do magic things. And he leans over to Oglen's mug and uses prestidigitation to chill it again.
Oh, that's real nice. I don't know how I missed that one.
I need that. I need that one too.
Yeah.
So, try and understand. Being a dwarf does not give you magic. Being an elf doesn't give you magic. Meeting somebody powerful, like a god or a spirit, gives you power.
If you're
Gives
not
you
born
magic.
with power, then yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you can be born with it. So it could be within me.
Yeah, I've heard of like people who cast spells being like born with the like gift.
I don't talk to spirits in my Misty stepped earlier.
Yeah. I don't know really that much about
Okay.
spellcraft, but it does seem like the more strong my conviction to Alcar's cause becomes, the more powerful I am. And, you know, I seem to have to give more of myself in order to receive. But is it the same with you in the spirit? Is it like a ghost of some kind that has tasks for you to complete, or a certain life that you must live?
I mean, she's pretty chill about stuff. Cause like she's a wandering spirit, and I'm kind of like a wandering spirit. So yeah.
Okay. So she's more interested in you just sort of discovering things.
Yeah, and as long as I keep her updated on like what I've seen and stuff, she seems pretty chill about it.
That's
Does she mind that you've been staying in the same place for a while?
I mean, I mind I've been staying in the same place for a while.
When it comes to travel.
So the answer to that is no, she doesn't mind because there's a lot of things to see here.
Yeah.
But you get the sense that she's kind of getting bored.
yeah, but Brew, you're right to notice that in both our cases, we got our powers from more powerful sources, right? That we have attached ourselves to in some way. I never thought about that. guess that's where a lot of magic comes from, right?
So I need keep an eye out.
That's it.
I need to meet either a god or a spirit
Sting.
that's awesome like me.
Or
So
go to
they're
school.
willing to work with me to give me magic.
Or go to school.
What's school ever gonna do for me?
Teach you magic.
They just said either you're born with it or a god gives it. What the heck are you talking about?
But you can also go to school.
No, in my world, you're born with it, or a god gives it to you.
At what age does God give it to you?
Well, when you're chosen to be a cleric.
And then what about like wizards?
Yeah, I was thinking about this.
Nope, they're still born with the ability to use
Born.
magic.
Oh, never mind.
They're like,
They
yeah,
just have to be taught how to actually harness it.
They gotta have the midichlorians, bro.
Okay.
The Weavichlorians.
Pretend I didn't say that because I didn't know that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Alright, so
Like
yeah,
at
keep
best,
an eye out.
at best, somebody who wasn't born with like the spark, at best they could learn how to do like the most simple cantrips, like prestidigitation, and somebody who actually knows how to use it actively would be able to see right through it.
Maybe like a wolf god or something, or like a spirit that likes axes. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys are already in the know, so just send them our way.
I mean, we'll look out for that, but it's kind of like we're familiar with our spirits, and like the further you get away from our spirits, and I feel like wolf gods and axe gods are like way far away from mine. Like the less in the know I am.
But your spirit wanders,
Yeah.
so she may have wandered past a wolf spirit. The next time you talk to her, just ask her, say, yo, I got this friend, orc dude, he'd like a god, spirit god
Do
thing.
you have proficiency in religion?
I do not.
I think Oglen
You
knows
do.
it, though.
Oglen does, but
I prayed to
I mean,
alcohol
if
once, so maybe he'll answer if I pray
Oglen
again.
can roll a religion check. If Ash is actually paying attention to the conversation that they're having,
Yeah, I've been trying to butt in to tell Brew that he doesn't know magic, but
He doesn't know
I haven't found the time.
then you
to-
could also do a religion check if you're actually paying attention.
You don't know magic, bro. I'm
You
gonna
don't
ski
know.
to the bottom of the mountain before you do.
come on, 20.
Would you roll?
19.
Okay. To the best of Ash's knowledge, there are no wolf gods, like wolves that are gods that he's ever heard of. And Oglen is like 90% sure that that's like trying to, without diminishing the value of it, or people who actually practice it like in real life. I'm gonna tell you, and then I'm gonna let you translate. Right? And
Okay.
shamanism isn't actually like a thing, right? Like
Yeah.
animal spirits that are gods is basically shamanism in my world, and that's more of like folk practice than literal gods,
Yeah.
right? Like it's the idea rather than a deity that can actually impact the world.
Yeah.
To the best of Oglen's knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did a little more proper studying coming up in the temple of Ilmater, and there are some of the old ways, the ones that tie themselves more closely to the land that might have something like you're talking about, but I don't know particularly of any wolf-like gods.
He said axe god too. Is that something?
I missed that.
said
I'm glad I
axe
missed
god.
that. I
But,
might have actually thrown something at him.
but on the
But I
other
know that's not a thing too.
on the other scale, gods of war and combat.
Would you roll a 19?
Certainly plenty of those.
So, you guys have both heard of a god that is referred to as an axe god, but it's not an axe that is a god. It is a god that uses axes.
Oh, okay.
So I purposely tried to name things that didn't actually become.
They wouldn't have gods. They're like, well, damn, now I have to follow through on that.
Alright, go on.
But,
Yes, but I don't remember the name because I don't have it with the name.
But,
Alright.
Alkar's always looking for strong warriors to make them stronger. So, we talked a little bit about doing what we can to help explore that some, and I'm always open to
Do I have
it.
it?
But,
Oh,
So like,
Wouldn't it be in
I
Discord?
checked with my friend, and like, he says there aren't any like
I think you
wolf
posted the
spirits.
God chat.
Just a
But,
generic
like,
spreadsheet.
he does say that there's
doesn't
like
actually have like all of
some
the.
axe gods,
A god that
But-
uses axes, not a god that is an axe.
which like
That would be amazing.
Look at this
I can see Brudall.
eyes.
I can see Brudall actually being a little disappointed that it's a god that uses axes and not an axe god.
that he could just
A
carry
god that
around.
He's an axe.
I mean, as far as he knows, you just got a bow that was a god once.
Yeah, right.
as you know, yeah. But like, she's not telling me like their name, and sometimes she can be a little like roundabout with her answers sometimes, and I find it best not to press on those points. So no wolf, yes axe.
Okay, so actually, the only character at this table who would know this would literally be Thorin. 110%.
Damn, that's a lot of percent.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Anam Allfather is known as the Sky Cleaver. Is also known as the Axe God.
Like a giant god.
Anam Allfather.
Annam
Yes.
Allfather is the god of giants.
When you say Allfather, all I can think of is Apex Legend.
Oh yeah.
All I can think of is Odin.
The Allfather makes me the Blue Thunder.
I guess that means I actually need to start working on the giant pantheon since we have somebody who picked a weird, random fucking language. Swear to God, it's like you rolled a fucking D8. It's like, that word!
Alright.
I just speak giant.
To be fair, I love the way you use it though. Randomly. Do you speak giant? People are just like, stop yelling at me, bro.
Still yelling.
And it, that's great how it ties into the.
Yeah.
I like the idea of alcohol giving me like fire powers and stuff. The burning addiction, that's amazing. I love watching you do that. But I kind of want to find out more about this axe god.
Yeah, that's real interesting.
Unless you guys come up with a wolf god.
Wait, don't you use a hammer? Wouldn't you want to find a hammer god?
So, I'm sorry, Sky Cleaver was his weapon.
All right.
I mean,
What
an
is
axe
it?
is nothing
It was
more
an
than a
axe.
sharpened hammer.
I have them sitting there.
And what
on
was
the
his
sides
title
of-
again?
Allfather.
Anam
I mean,
Allfather.
This is more.
Anam Allfather, not
Close.
the.
Anam.
What about a god of weapons?
Anam
You know, so you don't
Allfather,
have
as
to
if
choose.
Allfather's his surname.
Okay.
Like an arsenal god.
Yeah, but maybe
some
just a
notes,
god
and
of
you're gonna have
weapons.
to send this to me on Facebook too.
Not an
'cause
Arsenal
God,
god, because ours is
Allfather
kind of
got
hard.
my
Okay.
That works, yeah.
I
I don't know if that'll
the
keep you out of
Giants
Misty
believe that
step,
he was
but,
one of the
uh,
first gods ever in
it just
existence,
might make you a better fighter.
and that he actually created the world.
Step my weapons.
Even though
Into their heart.
nearly every other species know that that was actually not the case.
Brudall, you have
The
so
giants
much to learn.
refuse to acknowledge that there
Shit.
is actually a god above him, and some religious scholars believe that that is actually just their name for the highest over deity.
Okay.
Like, so there's nothing that says that it's actually a god separate from the highest over deity.
Level 20 to hit a
But
whole
the
nother
giants
level of
don't
stupidity. I hit a whole
recognize
nother
the
level
highest
of
over
crazy
deity
You're like, I'm
by the
gonna learn
name
Misty
that like
step. I
every
understand
other
what
race
Misty step
does.
is. Misty
They
step
only
equals
refer to it
teleportation
as a
anything.
noun.
Sano, you've been kind of quiet over there. If you believe in, or not believe in, do you follow
Worship?
God stuff?
Not really. No. I mean, I obviously believe in Elgar because well, I've seen what he can do.
Okay, so just as a refresher for everyone, you can be an atheist in the world,
There's
but
special help for you.
it has repercussions, right? Because
Yeah.
the gods literally can be seen, right? Their influence in the world is not the same as like real life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They actively have an influence, and like he said, there's a special place for people who refuse to acknowledge the existence of the gods.
Well,
So be careful with what you say.
I was not raised in a particularly religious household, but I obviously know that gods, they're around because obviously I've seen the power that's been imbued into those around me. So I'd be woefully ignorant in order to, deny or dispute. But no, I do not follow a specific pantheon due to my I just don't follow a specific pantheon because I don't really have anything that I pray to. Is there?
Does that gold dragon of yours make you pray to him?
Nah. I mean, honestly, it opens up my shirt. He just left me with this, and then that kind of left. I burnt fire once, but that was about it.
I mean, when you pray to different gods, do you feel different things upon that? No? Oh.
No.
Okay.
Have you only ever prayed to alcohol?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. With
At least I
Brew's
think it-
sudden
yeah.
surge of magical interest,
Who your character prays to is up to you.
Yeah.
have you thought of maybe trying to become magical in nature as well?
pray to brew. Maybe that'll work.
We'll see.
Wait till I have the
Awfully
power,
fun
then you can
last
pray
time.
to me.
I think 2 characters are about to be smited randomly.
I don't know, man. It doesn't necessarily
Hey.
feel wrong.
Come
but
here.
It
Come here.
doesn't, feel right. I feel like if I pray
Sit.
to somebody, it should be to someone who I'm, willing to follow indefinitely. But Alcar, I appreciate what we're doing in his name, but it seems like there's a lot of strings attached there.
The raw.
I do know that the particular golden dragon that gave you your current affliction, we don't know if he serves Alcar or not. Have you felt any difference between praying to Alcar versus not praying? No?
I think once or twice, my food came out pretty nice. Because there was once. Yeah.
Are you literally thanking one of the most powerful gods in the universe for your food coming out nice?
Hey, it's the little things.
Dear God, thank you for the nubbies.
Because
I'm not making fun of you.
No.
I'm just because of all the things that I can think of attributing to this powerful god.
Okay.
My food tasting good isn't one of them.
Well,
And
because
just
it
picture
gives
Algar
okay.
doing the salt.
Hold on. Hold on. I've got my lesser boon of the advanced chef, which I was given to me through the quest that of protecting Oglen's body, and so that's kind of that's kind of just how it's been. Like that was really the only other thing besides I think some extra hit points when they were in the inside of the arena. But those are like the only 2 real things that have happened to Sano via Alcar, like from him praying. So it's just like he's just like, wow, these guys have some cool stuff going on. And
that's entirely understandable. And
yeah.
Every one of us has a part to play in this guild, and you make food. I block things with shield, and Oglen calls down holy fire from the heavens and obliterates all of our enemies so we don't have to worry about them ever again. But that's totally fine. And I think that we should all go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and continue into the desert. Any objections?
I think we should check on Salon before we leave once more.
Are we
In the morning we should.
in the morning?
Yeah.
Absolutely. In
Yes.
the morning we should.
I was like, I'm not walking over there.
So Thorin's eyes light up. He's like, oh yeah, a Gnome, that's the thing. Yeah, that Gnome Allfather. Now, yeah.
That's the actual one.
Yeah, no, he's a giant god. He does.
Do I need to learn how to speak giant?
So,
I mean, you could. I'd like that.
should have included this in your info dump. None of the giants actively worship him.
Yeah.
You don't find priests of him or clerics of him, right? They just pay homage to him, but that's it. There are no giant temples devoted to just him. Why is Richard taking notes?
Oh, it's not about this giant thing.
Richard's not taking notes. He's preemptively not watching the future episodes.
Fan fiction.
That's right.
Fight, fight,
I
fight.
wrote,
Kiss,
And the
kiss,
team
kiss.
makes plans to continue into the sands of the lost.
So scared me.
So I should learn giant so I can speak to the Allfather.
I mean, yeah, you could. I'd like to be able to speak giant with someone.
That is a downtime activity you can do.
I mean, Truegar learned Elysium.
Yeah, his weapon was known as the Sky Cleaver.
Will you teach me giant?
Sure.
Not
Let's see
right
your reason
now.
not to.
I'm a little like thrown off today.
What's Brudall's intelligence?
It's gonna be a while.
I was gonna say it takes
it's a
about
10.
3/4 of a year to learn the language.
Yeah.
I don't expect this to be successful. I don't remember the actual math that goes into it, so I have to look it up.
Yeah. Isn't it like 300 hours to learn a skill or a language?
No, it's not that restrictive anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's believed to be like one of the first gods. And like to have made the world, even though like others believe that otherwise.
Oh, actually, you're kind of right.
Sit.
That's crazy. Oh, I need to meet him.
Stay.
This is like, I've had faith and belief that gods exist and everything. People would pray to them in where I was.
I mean, the problem with like
But to dedicate yourself and then get power, that's crazy. I love it.
the only problem is that like there's not really a place of worship for him because like you don't really find like people worshiping him. I mean, there might be some out there. I don't know, but I just the giant I talked to, he said that he didn't know of any. He's talked to a lot more giants than I have, and I've talked to quite a few giants. But he is a giant, so he talked to more. Oh, also, Thorin leans over and flicks Oglen's ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still not a demon. I can hurt you.
All right, that's good. You are the one I worry about the most. Oh, and before I forget, that Seneschal said to tell you thank you for the ending of that letter that you wrote to him.
Yeah.
He said that he said some gurgling noises back that I guess they mean something to you, but I shall not repeat them now.
All right.
But whatever you wrote, he appreciated it very much. In the same way that I appreciate these good drinks and this good conversation. It's hard to believe we're going to be leaving this place behind in the morning, but finally going to be walking away, feeling good about what we've done. I'm very proud of that. Thank you all for the part you played.
And thank you for being okay with us hating slavery and moving on.
And playing a slave those few times.
Yeah,
It must have been pretty demeaning.
it was kind of therapeutic, actually, in some ways.
Kinky.
Kinky. But Oglen will finish his drink and get ready to head up to his room, I guess.
Okay.
We'll see.
I'm gonna wait till Brudall starts going up the stairs. Then I'm gonna Misty step ahead.
250 days,
150 days.
approximately. I'll let you know the actual time that it takes, but that's where it'll start. It'll be affected by a couple of things.
Wait, how many days until he can start having conversations that get him into trouble?
He can actually start rolling instantly, like after his first couple of lessons, and they will be at disadvantage, minus his current intelligence. Like, not his modifier, his actual intelligence. So, like a d20 minus 10.
Nice.
Can I spend like an hour before going to bed doing breathing exercises? You know. I was doing them before, and then I stopped doing them.
And then I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do whatever you want to do before you go to bed.
Alright.
Go.
You can prepare that sausage, too. So I thought you were going to ask me to do. I thought you were going to make a food joke about your character's dick.
I've never been so crude.
Never been so crass, sir. This is highbrow stuff we're doing here, Gordon.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that one of your members has been invited to a sex cult.
Pretty highbrow.
Yeah, I think we've been all about those card jokes today.
I don't know. I feel like that's super exclusive because you're the only one at the table that's been invited to a sex cult. So.
But I've never been invited to an Argentinian Boys of Brazil cult. So.
Cut out. That's not a thing.
Have you ever seen the movie Boys of Brazil?
Oh no.
No.
Well, do
I
not.
feel like I should.
That's not a movie title.
I
That would bring
agree.
me in.
Literally, it is a movie called Boys of Brazil.
And you're on Netflix looking at what you can watch, and you see Boys of Brazil.
And you're just like, I'm gonna watch that.
A Nazi scientist takes the DNA of Adolf Hitler, goes to Brazil, clones Adolf Hitler into 50 kids,
no.
and then human hunters of Israel, who hunt Nazis, war criminals, find out that, oh my God, Hitler's scientists decided to clone Hitler. Start hunting clones of Hitler.
The Boys of Brazil.
The Boys of Brazil.
Well,
What makes it Argentinian?
Because they moved south from Brazil and go and hide in Brazil.
Oh, spoiler alert!
oh yeah. Well,
Why
now
not
I'm
even
pretty
ask?
intrigued by this.
All of you are very familiar with Archer, the animated series.
Yeah.
One of the throwaway lines is, "Oh my God, Jaeger, are you one of the boys from Brazil?" And it's referencing the movie Boys from Brazil, whereas Hitler had clones in Argentina, Brazil, etc. Yeah, so
I believe that was based on a true story.
it is not.
It is not. This is how misinformation spreads, man.
Hitler, Germany never ever cloned Hitler in
Let's
South
just
America.
be clear.
That never fucking happened.
Let's be clear.
I heard that once. I want to see your proof against it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check my sources on that one.
But movie-wise, oh my God, are you one of the boys from Brazil?
Oh man, that line was
So
great.
characters are going to bed.
Before going to
Done
sleep,
up being-
Drew's going to kind of lightly punch the mattress. Be like, it's not as soft as the last one, and actually go to sleep happy.
Yeah, it's like a straw bed, like straw inside of fabric.
Perfectly failed. It lays down.
Anything else? Anybody else
Uh,
not going to bed?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You go first.
Okay.
Mine's simple.
Yeah, so I think Oglen, after the conversation we've had downstairs, is gonna begin pacing around a little bit, and he'll pull out a couple of candles that he uses for ceremonies, and he'll set them up in the room there. And
Oglen has candles
two
that haven't been destroyed by all up and down.
2 candles, and a little bit of incense, and he pulls it out, and the people seeing this in their mind's eye recognize that this is going to be like a ritual ceremony of some kind. And Oglen kind of stops after setting this up in the normal pattern.
Pictured Oglen
Wanders away a little bit. He might be muttering some words about atonement under his breath, and you see little flashes of the torturing and the place between. Particularly on his mind now is probably going to be Ashranen, who he and Dimble were big in that, right? Scenes not only of him being forced to torture Ashranen, but also just refusing to do it, and
I thought
through
that
his
Ash
inaction.
and Dimble were the only 2 people not involved in yours, which is why you trust them so much.
That might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, they weren't in any of the.
Yeah, you're right.
torturing stuff.
All right. So it's going to be mostly on Brudall and Thorin.
It's
then.
Thorin now.
Yeah, Thorin now. And so, not only scenes of him having to torture these people, but also scenes where they're being tortured by fiends, and Oglen does everything he can to try and stop, but only makes it worse. Then he stops and does nothing, and through his inaction, he makes it worse. The fiends are just manipulated. You see them cackling around. Literally everything he does, just they convince him that he's the one making it worse. But then Oglen chuckles and says, "The hero of bad decisions," under his breath, and he wanders into the center of his circle, and he begins to start the ceremony for atonement that he's done many times before on the sake of other people. But he only gets about halfway through before he kind of loses his gusto for it. And
No, he doesn't even feel anything.
yeah, he doesn't feel like he deserves it, or he doesn't feel like he's ready for it. And so he just kind of slowly stops, puts the stuff away, and then sits down on the bed and waits for sleep to take him. It probably doesn't come nearly as fast as
As he would.
as he would. And so that's what we see Oglen doing before bed.
Well, at least one or two others do because they're sharing the room with you.
Okay. Yeah.
So Thorin's only thing is that like he's lingering downstairs a little longer than everyone else, getting himself like one more nice glass, just like put him over the edge of the drunk, just like downs it and then heads upstairs so that he can just pass out like a fucking light. Because there's those couple nights where he's like, I'll stay up for everyone, and now he's just like, I'm not doing that tonight. No, I'm out. I've deserved this sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sano, it's just you and me.
And yeah, it's
So
kind of weird
Oglen's
because he likes
disgusted
sleeping
now, by the
outside.
way. Oglen feels a sense of disgust.
Okay.
Press X to down. So Sano, it's just you and me. Just you and me. We're gonna be going to the center of the desert, and I know that your deal is all about cooking, but is it gonna be okay if we just eat our rations?
So when he attempts to perform the atonement ritual, it doesn't give him the comfort that it used to give him. And instead, it gives him a feeling of disgust, or a sense of disgust, but he's not sure what the disgust is of or over or for.
And maybe that feeling is what caused him to stop the ritual. Save this. Not right here. So Oglen packs it all up and just sort of sits with that feeling, trying to figure out why it is, where it's coming from, and getting these images out of his head, particularly of the people in the room with him, who are there sleeping all comfortable.
Well, just in the room or every member of the guild?
It would probably flash through everybody
Okay.
at some point. I mean, I imagine it's probably going to be a couple hours till Oglen finally falls asleep, especially on an
I mean, you
uncomfortable
don't get that.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's him describing like what
Understood.
Oglen's doing.
bed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you don't actually get like mental images. Your character doesn't. Anyway.
that was inappropriate of me to ask. So Sano, I would like to ask you a favor personally. Whenever I praise Brew of his Mistwalk, if you could do me the small favor and also praise him of that Mistwalk as well.
I don't think there would be a problem. It should. I think he will eventually get it. I noticed he, looked like something happened similar to what's happened to me on a few occasions.
Yeah, he did it once.
Well, or at least something of the sort.
Yeah.
Misty stuff.
But going back to me.
You basically slept in your sleep and you wake up and you're like, oh god!
Yeah.
So if I ever praise him exponentially more than what he should deserve, play along.
Understood. Will do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Terrible people.
But going back to what you were saying about me not just us eating the rations and just not being able to fall by the line of the cook. Honestly, I think I'll be okay. I've since the whole deal with the Griffins, I felt a lot more confident. I don't know if it's through like the bonding or maybe the trust in myself that I'll be able to make it through and have a little bit more confidence in myself more than anything else. I think I'll be ready to take part and be of use to the World Walkers and especially to Oglen after everything he's already done for me.
Oh, fuck yeah, I know you will. Because you're going to come up with a meal that Oglen's never tasted in his dream state. And that will break him out of his PTSD.
I don't know if food's that good, but
I think
we
it
could
is.
try.
I've tasted your mushroom soup. I liked it.
Made me forget all about that time at band camp in the bushes.
I only shit myself once. It was damn good soup.
We'll see. I still have a lot of room for improvement. So
We all do.
yeah, and then I think I'm like, well, Truegar, I
Good night.
bid you adieu. Go upstairs, do some breathing exercises before I go to bed, and then hit the hay.
Your phone's one of those theater kids from high school. Scenes.
Breathing exercises.
Yep.
Hey man, I learned how to. I breathed fire once. I want to try and do it again.
You threw up and it ignited.
Yeah.
You didn't really breathe the fire. You kind of spit it up.
Yeah. Wait, spit up rather than.
Yeah.
Just intense heartburn.
You use like heartburn that manifested a flame.
So it'd be more like vomit, not.
Stick your finger down your throat.
Oof.
I don't know if I want to.
Feel that Constitution saving
Sounds like
throw.
you're gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I do believe that's it.
Cool. Really? Really?
Yep. That's my.
That was some serious Jeremy shit.
That's
knock,
the.
knock that shit off.
This is our 1 week without that, Richard.
Now I'm just imagining all this stuff happening in their sleep. Like, he just fucking Misty steps while sleeping. You just vomit up fire while you're sleeping. And the end's like, the fuck are we doing?
All of
But it
us
would
are really powerful when we're asleep.
Yeah, that's right.
It would be really funny if his Misty Step was like a 5-foot range and all you hear is thump, 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 like within his own room.
Yeah.
I wish I could come up with a way for him to Misty step in his sleep into Matteo's bed. Just right next to Matteo, and they wake up like cuddled together.
I was just imagining he Misty steps like 5 feet up, and then he just slams back down. He's like, what? Matteo, stop messing with me!
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll be the end of the session since it is actually after 9:30.
Oh man. You know what I just realized? If Rihanna does watch this show, she's definitely not gonna pick me as her favorite. From torturing and murdering and crying. It's
I
just,
don't know. What
She
if
might.
Rihanna is really into killing kids? You never know.
yeah, you never know, man.
When her
Well,
next,
I don't.
I mean,
Well,
whips and chains.
here's the thing. I mean,